Game over.
Fuck! What the fuck? Fuck! Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking... How did you two fucking... Fuck! Fuck! Game over, man. I mean, game over.
Wait a minute. There's things here. There's trees. There's rocks. There's birds. There's squirrels. Come on. We'll bless them all until we get fresh naked. Join me.
All right, now I'm getting conflicting reports. People are saying you're not live on YouTube. I have my YouTube channel. Here's the weird thing. Let's flip this over. I had something happen with, honestly, Streamlabs is really running difficult with me today. 'Cause I have a YouTube podcast that's up right now on my channel that has 3 people in it, and 2 likes already without me even doing it, and now it's got 3 likes. 7 people watching now. It's going up pretty fast. Says you're live, says Fallen the Great. Yeah, and Fallen the Great's chat came up here. So yes, Sane Caesar, it's on now. Yeah, it for whatever reason, you Did you guys hear that? No, I'm sorry. I'm just being weird. All right. For whatever reason, YouTube didn't want to update. Like, I tried to update stuff, and I launched my channel. It said it didn't update, so I took it down, and I reset everything, and I launched it again. And it says it updated, but... and so now I have a upcoming thing listed, and then I have that up. And now I got to check what's going on my channel on Twitch.
Last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
Thank you.
Here you go, Sir Boobs.
All right, so the right information is up on Twitch. So it's just, and again, thank you for the subscription. Let's get the cowbell out here. 5 months on Prime for Sane Caesar. Thank you so much, Sane Caesar. Thank you a lot. We really appreciate that. That makes our day here. Thank you for subscribing to our little boat afloat in the internet stream. Let's find analytics. I need to catch where my goals are at. Where are my goals? Because you got to have goals. All right, so yesterday was a 20.
Last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
Justkey 39 egg 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 Justkey 39 egg.
Cowbell for Fanatical Bucks fans. I mean, we're 6 minutes in. It's really early to do a hype train. Fucking Christ. Good afternoon. I'm here on time, says Trucker 18. We are glad to have you.
Here it comes, here it comes, here comes the train today. Here comes the train!
Didn't have this ready. I didn't think we, honestly, we're into April. We're into the month of April for funding. And so we're really appreciative, and I just didn't expect 6 minutes in that would be a thing. So there we go. We've got that ready to go. We'll salute in a second. And 68% of the way through level 1, already that close to level 2. Crazy. Let's drop this, and let's just check the party thing before we load up some stories. 400 bits away. We actually might want to leave that up now that I think about it. Let's do that. Let's pull the audio down quick and grab our stories. Someone needs to call David. What? Why does someone need to call David? We don't need to call David. David supports this channel when he feels like it, and we say thank you for all of that amazing support. And we don't expect it to happen again. If it does, yes, hooray. If it doesn't, that's life. You know what I mean? Don't count other people's money. That's what I'm trying to do. As he finished loading all of his stories, we did it! Okay, so we have 2.5 minutes left in this hype train if it's going to go anywhere, and I'm guessing it's not, but that's fine. Again, that's fine. We're amazingly funded. We say thank you to David and give him anything he wants. I mean, I don't know about anything. I've got some pretty stiff no-go areas in terms of things that I'd be willing to give people. Certain things I'm not willing to pass up on, like, you know, my Gundam Wing Zero model that I still haven't built yet. Very, very happy about that. You know, my car, and that's really about it, actually. Is there anything else I should be coveting? Oh, yeah, that's right. I have a kid. Speaking of kids, oh my God, the end of the first hour stories. We have a study, or I don't know what you want to call it. But DC gave not David Chandler, Washington DC gave how many? 132 new low-income mothers $10,800 over the course of a year. No strings attached, you know, no rules, no nothing. Intended to assess how unconditional cash payments could improve families' outcomes and economic mobility. So we'll look into how that went at the end of the hour. Johnny, I wanna be your kid, says Balls Hanger. No, I have one that I'm very, very happy with, and we're gonna leave it at that. Thank you, the Beast of Busco with 29 bits. Thank you very much. 70%. Looks like we're coming to an end at level 1. 70%. Weird that we start, you know, we just we start them and they just whatever. So we'll just let that finish out here quick, and then we'll get into our stories that we have all loaded up. And I need to do a controlled burn for everybody. I was planning to not smoke this unless I needed to, but
Last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
Big balls.
thank you. Who is that? That is Wilmer Autotech Big Balls. 26 months subscribed to this questionable show. Thank you very much for 26 months of supporting us. Here we go. Cowbell, Wilmer Autotech. Heyo. Thank you very, very much. We appreciate that. It is super awesome. We're so grateful. 1% of the way into level 2. And if we finish at that 1%, the rule is a rule. I will still have to do a full controlled burn for that. Still a full controlled burn. We don't skimp. Level 2, bitches, says House Big D. That's right. Level 2. Controlled burn number 1. Thank you. All the great. Johnny won't let me call him daddy either. Don't feel bad. No. St. Caesar. Okay, even though it's impossible, I'm pregnant and have low income. Can I get 10K? Look, I don't think you live in Washington, D.C., which is kind of part of the program, but we'll cover that in a bit. And 1%, 3.5 minutes. Thank you very much. Level 2 on that hype train. We'll check in on that in a little bit. We have so many things to discuss, particularly somebody made a statement a long time ago, and I guess this person on Twitter said it, but Corey said this too. There should be a drug Olympics just to see what the human body is actually capable of. Like a whole hey, we do Olympics based on what a natural person is capable of. Let's see what happens when all the restraints are lifted. How far can we push the human people? Okay, I'm pregnant. Give me 10K, you fucks. No, that's not how it works. Again, St. Caesar. You're not even a U.S. citizen. This isn't even just U.S. citizens. This is specifically women in D.C., the District of Columbia. So you're not going to qualify. I'm sorry. Okay, so having Olympics where people are allowed to be doped up, several people have apparently said that this would be a great idea, and I guess now it's really going to happen. Billionaire Peter Thiel, and if you don't know who he is, he's one of the founders of PayPal, and just, again, billionaire philanthropist, is apparently one of the big money names behind the efforts to begin this new athletic competition called the Enhanced Games. And a group including Thiel is going to officially announce the event in Paris this April, a few months before the Olympic Games in Paris this summer. According to a post from Dr. Aaron D'Souza, a lawyer closely associated with Thiel, he came up with the idea for the games. Can you tell that Peter Thiel is that's their... Thiel is among several high-profile venture capitalists who have backed the project, including billionaire Christian Angermeyer and of Aperion Investment Group, and Bali Srinivasan, a former chief technology officer of cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase. They've got a few million set aside to launch this games, but we won't have any more details until April 17th, and they announce it in Paris. Russia is going to win so many awards. And they're just going to use the same people. They're going to use the same people they have in the regular Olympics. We've got 10 seconds left, 1% of level 2. All right. Let's go ahead and do that controlled burn. Thank you again for that hype train support. Thank you very much. Where do you draw the line? Japan will be using robots and kicking everyone's ass. How can Japan use robots if we're seeing the limits of the human body? That's a robotic body. Like, I'm sure there'll be robot games. Robot games! Actually, there already are. It's called BattleBots. God damn it. We already have robot games. Alrighty. Shit, I need to get the fucking Rumble chat out. I didn't have it up because I was behind on. Let's get started. Oh, Jesus, Trucker 18-wheeler. Leaning in heavy today, I see. You know what? We're going to do this. We're going to do this. And then we're going to do that. And this. Hey, it almost worked. Well, fuck it. Fuck it. You can take this job and fuck it. Alrighty, so no video, new boot goofing. Sounds like Minnesota saying 1/3 of a child poverty will be wiped out by the child tax credit. I don't know how the child tax credit wipes out child poverty. But okay. Holy shit, we got a lot of people checking us out this early on. That's crazy. That is a lot of people. All right, so yes, the steroid Olympics. I want these. I don't know about you guys. I want to see. I'd like to see them juice right before they go. You know what I mean? Like just and then boom. You know what I mean? Let's. I want people's muscles exploding from the shoot. How enhanced are we making it? I'm thinking $6 million man, says Fanatical Bucks fan. Again, that's kind of the Japanese route where I'm like, well, and again, this is, again, the moral dilemma. How close do we go here? Bud Britches, hey, Johnny, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, Bud Britches. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you having the time of day to give to us, and we appreciate you making us part of your afternoon ritual. We're rocking for another 3 hours and 15 minutes, so we've got a lot to cover, and I have to flip this over to Top Chat, Live Chat. There we go. So that way we can make sure to keep our eye on that. It's really weird. They're proposing this. I am amazed that it hasn't happened already. Like, can you imagine drug companies, Pfizer and them, they're going to want to get involved in this. They start like, hey man, we've got some experimental steroid shit. Like we can't pitch this to the NFL, but then we can sell this with like, you know, get your masculinity in check. Like, do you have low T? Hey, here you go. Talk to your doctor if Pfizer might be right for you. Who is that on? That's on Twitch. Oh. On Tamini Van Ponton. Hello, sir. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Old timey Van? I have no idea. I love Game Over Podcast. I get to hear all of Steel Toe's tomorrow's stories today. Hashtag heard it here first. Well, kind of. I mean, I did steal kind of how I do a show off of Aaron's. There's going to be crossover. And I get to stories first because he does his prep stuff like in the afternoons or in the evenings. So, you know, I do my show in the afternoon. I get to it before he does. That's all it is. But yes, Aaron does like to cover my leftovers. Because, you know, it's such a better show over here. That's what it is. That's what it is. Alrighty, so we have, like I said, 3 hours in the program. I've got everything loaded up over here. The audio's up. We're 400 bits away from a sticker party. We had a level 2 hype train. Thank you very much for that. That is super awesome. So I think, is that all of the business that we have to cover at the moment? I believe so. So we might as well just get into it. Oh, wait, we already did just get into it. We covered our first story already. Dumbass. I am getting forgetful today. Is it the weed? I hope it's just the weed. Because I apparently laughed at a joke of Aaron's and completely spaced it a moment later, which isn't terribly surprising, but a little worrisome. Maybe I have to tone it down a bit with the weed. You know, don't Don't smoke so much. Maybe I'm smoking just a little too much. Anyways, why is there a Charlie Kirk thing? I thought this was a Candace Owens clip. That's a shame. We'll go to something else then. I want a video part, not something that no thanks. I don't want to do this. Oh wow, are these all written stories? Well then fuck it, we're going to this one first. Oh, all right. So we talked about this morning. It's normal to tune Aaron out. It's not that I tune him out. It's that honestly, I've got like this weird kind of goldfish thing where I just like, boop, I just reset and I just forget stuff. And like I said, I don't think the weed's helping in that regard. But definitely worrisome in how much that's happening. I really have to, really keep an eye on this. Let's go ahead and press play on this story. As I said in the description, we've lost an American hero
today.
today.
A Bullitt County Wildlife Rescue Facility is mourning the loss of a longtime resident. We first told you about Major the groundhog this morning on Sunrise.
And sadly, Second Chances Wildlife Center says that he died peacefully overnight. LEX 18's Evelyn Schultz reports on the rodent who defied the odds.
Major the groundhog may not have been world famous like his Pennsylvania counterpart, but he gained quite the social media following of his own, especially for his Major Monday posts. The lovable rodent spent 10 years at Second Chances Wildlife Center.
Major was a little baby when he came to us. He just fit in the palm of my hand. Unfortunately, a lot of people aren't very tolerant of groundhogs coming to their home, so they had destroyed all of his family.
Despite a rough start, Major had a great life at the center. His only job, predicting the forecast each year.
I would say Major has been maybe 50-50 predicting the weather.
This year,
So he's just as good as every other weatherman. Congratulations. Be serious, Johnny. You are Aaron's show prep. I mean, that would be funny. We watch the show for you. Yeah, everybody watches the show for me.
he was supposed to pass the torch to another rescue groundhog, Josie Burrow. The center says Major made his prediction on Monday and told her what to say before passing away overnight. This morning, Josie predicted an early spring. Perhaps where Major's going, it's always spring. In Bullitt County, Evelyn Schultz, LEX 18 News.
I thought it was
also helped.
I thought it was the Pennsylvania one. I didn't realize it wasn't a much less famous groundhog, but that's sad. The groundhog's daddy just looks cute, like a little cuddle monster. I mean, he's going to eat anything made of wood and reduce it to, kindling. But all righty. So we've got that story done. Let's cover. I am really regretting that none of these are actual videos. Conservative commentator Candace Owens has said that she is terrified of women pilots while criticizing diversity, equity, and inclusion hiring practices on her podcast Friday. Oh God, I wish I had. Oh, so they were made by that one. Okay, so we don't. Do we have a clip of her podcast where she backs him up? Okay, no. Close this. I don't want Charlie Kirk's points. So, in a video posted to the Candace Owens podcast YouTube channel on Friday. Okay, so why don't we just get the YouTube video? There's got to be a video. If it's in a video posted to the Candace Owens YouTube podcast. Candace Owens podcast. What the fuck? Candace Owens podcast OnlyFans. Who's looking on YouTube for OnlyFans content? Who's like, I mean, I can understand like, hey, I want to I'm going to see Candace Owens naked. She's super hot. Like, okay, fine. Gross, but okay. But again, YouTube? You're going to get this on YouTube? I don't want that. That's an hour and a half. How is this okay? Madonna and Home. Candace Owens reacts to. Steven Crowder is a monster. Changed my mind. Oh my God. Oh dear. Let's get Candace Owens podcast, female pilots. Female pilots. If I could type, it would work better. Oh my God. This is a half hour?
You know, I woke up today and I just thought, I want to do crime. I want to do bad stuff. Kind of reminds me of that kid who went viral. Remember, he was 7 years old out of Florida and he decided to just hijack his grandma's car and go for a little joyride. And so Twitter for 3 days over really just saying common sense, things that should be accepted as common sense, which is that none of us should want to fly in the skies with pilots that have been installed there to fill a DEI initiative. Quite literally, United Airline CEO came out and said that they just had a magic number that they wanted to hit of DEI pilots. They want to make sure there's more women. They want to make sure that there is more Black people, which means that their efforts to employ people, which, by the way, is fundamentally racist and sexist, judging people.
Right. I get it. Fundamentally racist and sexist. This doesn't seem like the "I don't trust women to fly" thing that I was led to believe by that. I think that article might have been full of shit.
By how they look and things of that nature, is really going to harm us as the flyers. So, of course, Charlie Kirk have come out and said, that makes us nervous to fly. We're going to wonder now when we see a Black person or a woman whether or not they are qualified or whether it's just the United CEO trying to hit his quota.
If you see a woman flying a plane, right? That's the noise you're making. She ain't qualified. One, she can't hold her liquor. I mean, and all right, come on.
I personally want to live in a world that's a meritocracy. Please, I don't care what color they are. Just make sure they can fly this plane. That's it. Well, these were some of the tweets. People were outraged. Oh my gosh. Brian O'Sullivan wrote, Candace Owens doesn't want to fly with a woman pilot. Charlie Kirk doesn't want to fly with a Black pilot. This is the GOP in 2024. Racist, sexist, and not even shy about saying it. What a sad time for our country. Yeah, me, definitely racist and sexist as a Black woman. I want to help build a society that I can't thrive in. That's what I want to see. More bad.
All right. I was about to come out and be like, all right, come on. You can't just parade out I'm a Black woman, so I can't be racist and sexist. But then she doubled down on, that's what I want to see, a society I can't thrive in. She's got a point. Again, I think the article that said she was, again, because I bid on it because Candace Owens doesn't like women flying was kind of the overall take of it. And I'm glad I finally went and found the video because, Jesus, again, it's weird. It's kind of like they pitched this that she hates women pilots, and it's mostly she's like, no, I don't want a pilot there for DEI reasons. And none of us should want a pilot who's hired solely on qualifications other than your ability to fly the plane.
Bad stuff happening to women and Black people. I mean, it's just so foolish. It's ridiculous. And of course,
oh shit! Wait, hold on. I've got to get to this one. Jesus, it's scary. Shut it off. If you see a woman flying a plane, Johnny, run. Oh. Wait, sorry about that.
Doubling down, we're not going to apologize, remove these ridiculous policies. But nothing made my soul warmer than the fact that a person who went psychotic online happened to be a female pilot. really talk about proving my point about women being more emotional than men. They were also upset when I said that men naturally gravitate. The reason why there are so many men in the sky is because their inherent traits gravitate towards certain career fields, like female inherent traits gravitate us towards certain career fields. There are more women that are working in positions as teachers and as nurses because we are nurturing. There are more males that like jobs like becoming a pilot because they gravitate towards engineering. That is just a biological reality that's not really ever going to go away, but we can pretend it will by informing.
I might be a Candace Owens fan. I don't know. I'm finding it funny. But so far, I have yet to hear the part where she hates women flying. I have nothing, I've heard nothing about it where she hates women flying. She doesn't want them there for DEI reasons. I don't want to see Candace Owens flying a plane because she's a black woman.
Forcing quotas. Well, this pilot, she's an Australian pilot, allegedly. Her name is Maz.
Allegedly.
She's just been having an emotional female boss babe meltdown on Twitter. Here are some of the things that she said. She said white male pilots literally had a 100% quota for
white male pilots. Ma'am, I know you don't care for history, but if you look into history, actually a fair number of African-American pilots who served in World War II were able to get jobs as pilots in America and overseas. Just say it. I mean, not again. It's a small window, and it was a horrible way to get there. But oh boy,
decades. If you weren't white and male, you needed not apply until recently. How is that for merit? And why are we still having this damn conversation, ma'am? We have removed systemic racist and sexist policies for decades, and still white males are dominating the skies. What does that tell us? Okay, it tells us that they are gravitating those careers.
Plus, isn't there, I know there was at least one black pilot, because didn't they do a story about him with Denzel Washington? Was that a real thing? Or was that a... Oh, Jesus, people are getting... John Doe, Candace Owens is a handsome woman. I don't like women outside of the kitchen, says Trucker 18-Wheeler. Well... I mean, there's plenty of other roles that they can fill. She doesn't seem to be too bad at this. She's doing okay. I gotta say, there's like a weird head shape going on here. I don't get it. Is she pregnant now or she was pregnant? I don't remember. Was she pregnant before and she's not now? Because there's like no pregnancy weight on there. So, interesting.
Nobody is saying that black pilots can't fly. I know black pilots that have flown based on merit who also are piloting the skies. But there is no question that there is more men naturally, not because we are excluding women. It's because we are not as interested in this field. But she just could not stop tweeting. She said, the assumption that the numerically dominant group is hired based on merit and everyone else is an unqualified diversity hire is nothing but a culture war dog whistle. In reality, it's much harder to make it if you're not part of the dominant group. Ask me how I know. She also tweeted, my favorite comedy genre right now is dudes screeching, women are more emotional as a reason that they shouldn't be in combat roles and then losing their little minds when they get blocked. One of us in this conversation is overly emotional, buddy, and it ain't this heavily pregnant chick. Actually, I think you are a little over emotional. She also...
This is half of a conversation. I am also noticing something else. Isn't this kind of the same shit that Aaron does, only he does it on the internet in the Dabbleverse and she's doing on political tweets? Why are we going this in-depth to a lady on Twitter?
Wrote me. There are women already doing what you say they can't do and doing it well. Them. Well, then standards have been lowered. At least they're consistent. Here's the link to the article about female Ranger School grads, BTW. I loved this because it just proved my point about women being more emotional. I just can't imagine a male pilot having an emotional spiral over the fact that I said we should not be enforcing fundamentally racist and sexist policies, least of all when it comes to piloting the sky. And I'll just ask the question. I'll leave you guys in the cliffhanger. Would you want this young woman, after she's having a breakdown,
I don't want to get to this. You're talking about that. Now we're going to go off about that lady. That bit's just about over, and I don't know if I need to check in on that. There we go. That, again, was the whole Candace Owens thing. There we go. That's, again, now everybody, like I said, the Newsweek article that we had, like, I mean, I know that their stuff is pointed and shit, but wow, did they lean heavy into Candace Owens doesn't want men in the sky. She defended, I think, Charlie Kirk or whatever, and what he said, like, okay, but you're skipping the part where she immediately said, I just don't want DEI policies dictating who we hire. It's not, oh, crap, I got to put the chat box back on the screen. God damn it, John, your pregnant pauses always make me think Twitch is fucked up and take my phone out of my pocket just as you speak again. I'm sorry, my pregnant pauses. Well, I put the chat back up, so now you've got it on there. You can see the chat seriously, like it's moving. Is that good for you? Do you need me to just keep talking no matter what, like nonstop? That's going to be a problem. It's going to dry my voice out. That's one of the beautiful things about working with Aaron. I can just wait and let him just, dry his whistle off. Often I'm like, shit, froze again. Apparently that's a problem. Wow, Atomic Ray. The Steel Toe Morning Show has its time slot right in its name. Johnny-Krutches Show, though, missing the time marker, is done in the afternoon. This is the Krutches Show, not the Aaron Prep Show, yo. Okay. I don't... Okay, we'll just keep going. Just have someone fart on the pause, right? Yeah, dude. Just, just keep this, what is it? We'll keep this open all the time. And, I'm retarded? There you go. Whenever I have one of my pregnant pauses. I'm sorry if I have a pregnant pause. The name of it is funny. I have to be honest. Pregnant pause. Heard of menopause. I've never heard of pregnant pause. My cat has pregnant paws. They're going to shoot out more paws. Thank you, 250 channel points from LabGlass. Everybody making sure that the channel is still aborted pause. Oh, no. Oh, no, it's an aborted pause. It was the third trimester. How will we survive? Does that help? He probably meant frequent pause. Well, that does happen. You mean I pause? Really? All right, let's go. Let's go to this story. There is a Good job. Thank you for the 100 bits and the sticker. 300 bits from a sticker party. We'll have to keep an eye on that pretty soon here. There is a new Grammy category for African music, and it apparently ignores almost all of Africa. The 2024 Grammy Awards will see the introduction of a new category, Best African Music Performance. When the category was announced last year, Grammy CEO Harvey Mason Jr. stated that it would be able to acknowledge and appreciate a broader array of artists than the two existing global Grammy categories, where African artists have traditionally had the only real chance of scoring a nomination. The actual nominees represent only 3 countries: Nigeria, Benin, and South Africa. The Academy had even specifically listed some of the genres they hope to include in the category from, oh God, I don't even know what any of these are. Ethio jazz, ugh. But only the 2 most mainstream African pop styles were represented, Afro beats and Amapiano, with one nominated track even named Amapiano, a South African form derived from house music whose name translate roughly as the pianos. My name translates into the pianos. Great. Lab glass. So it's drumline. Oh, no.
Cheer 100 Party 1 Bible Thump 1 Cheerwell 1 Deerboo 1 Potato.
Having a weird ear thing right now. Thank you very much, Dear Butch, for the 100 bits. We better check. That wasn't a. Sounds like more woke shit, right? The complaint is it's not going deep enough. Look, guys, the Grammys, which are an American Music Award, has 2 global categories, but it's not representing enough of the planet, man. Like, it's not easy enough for people from Africa to win these awards, so we need to make an Africa-specific category, apparently, and that's not representing Africa enough. Even though, so far as I know, Africa's the only country to get special I really wish my ear wasn't driving me nuts right now and taking me out of this, because this is kind of funny to me. So we're going to be woke. We're going to accept a culture, and then we're going to get crucified by the people we did this for, as they go, but you're not representing black people enough. I would know. I'm Eastern European and I live in Wisconsin. Again, the people offended and the people saying that it doesn't represent enough black people, more than likely, probably a white person. Let's check. Ian Brennan is the name of the author of the article. Ian Brennan. Look, I'm just gonna say it. It doesn't sound like that one's gonna work out. We're gonna just ditch that. All right. Can't wait for a South African white guy to win. They say he's really representing the music of the people and the music of the streets. He's a South African. Great. All right, then they show a picture, and it looks like fucking Mr. Bean. No! God, no. What? What's wrong? He's got such dark hair and light skin, it's going to offend people. Needs to be the other way around. Dark skin, and, well, really the hair's flexible. Just, it is fun though, isn't it? They put up a special category to acknowledge a group of people that are getting underrepresented, and the first thing anybody does is complain that that group does not represent enough of those underrepresented people. Oh, why even try? ASMR is going to be a Grammy category next year. Jump the shark moment. Really? But does it include the erotica? Look, if you're going to talk ASMR, we need to talk the fact there's a shocking number of people who like using ASMR for porn crap, and those people are weird. All right, I just want you to whisper to me while I jerk it. Like, no. What's wrong with you? I can't come if I don't feel like we're sitting right under the watchful gaze of a hall monitor, and it's a horror film. If she hears us attempting to spank it, she'll murder us. But if I don't come, we can't form the potion to get out of this hellhole. Like, all right, this is just officially too weird. Elon Musk should win a Grammy. For what? What should he win a Grammy for? Jesus Christ, Saint Caesar. If they win something, go start a fight at Popeyes. They always win there. Wow. Do you even have a Popeyes in London, in like Britain, in the UK? I don't think you guys. Do you guys even have Popeyes? Do you have Popeyes chicken? I mean, I get the joke, kind of, but again, I feel like that one. Do you have a lot of experience with the Popeyes problem? Johnny, what's good, my ninja, says Balls Hanger. Just about everything. And the show is going to be getting better in a little bit because we've got more clips and things to play and talk about in the second hour because I've been doing a lot of talking in the first hour, and oh boy, is it taking a toll on my throat. And don't clip that. And what was the other thing? Oh yeah, we had a level 2 hype train. So that is indeed what's good. Only in London, nothing in the West Midlands for me. All right, then. Have you had an abundance of violence at your Popeyes? Are people popping off at Popeyes? Because, honestly, it's probably not the same. That's awesome. Sweaty balls, man. I'm sweaty balls, man? All right, so let's go ahead and get to this story quick. Florida's House passed a bill that would limit youth access to social media by banning new and existing accounts of users younger than 16 years old. How do they even make that legal? I like the idea, but seriously, how do you make that legal? People are popping something at Popeyes, not what people think, though, says St. Caesar. So, what, they're taking drugs? What are they popping at Popeyes? By all means, St. Caesar, don't keep me in suspense. What's popping at Popeyes in what do you say, in Britain? In London? In London town? Egg picker, I'd sued. Or later. Sooner or later. Wieners is popping. What? Drugs, buttholes, and everything in between, says St. Caesar. Okay. So they're having chicken strips and gay sex at the Popeyes in London. Just grab your dick and double click for Popeyes.
Please, show me your dick! That's nasty, you're a pervert!
But this is Popeyes. All right. So, the Republican-backed bill, which hones in on social media's addictive features, would be one of the strictest social media restrictions in the country if passed by the Senate and signed into law by Governor Ron DeSantis. It's unclear how the legislation would be enforced. That's kind of the big question. The bill would require social media companies to prohibit minors under 16 years old from joining the platform and delete the accounts of existing young users. It would also require reasonable age verification methods. The legislation pertains to social media platforms that allow tracking users' activity and targeted content based on information derived from tracking, or as an easier way to say this, all social media. Verify it's you. Make a new account to avoid disappointment. Okay, so let's keep going here. It excludes platforms. The bill also applies to platforms that use addictive features like allowing users to upload content or view other content and allow users to interact with or track others. It excludes platforms mainly used for email, direct messaging, streaming, news, sports, non-user-generated entertainment, online shopping, gaming, photo editing, professional networks, and others. Oh. So, is this good or bad? Because it's freaking the hell out of me. And while I'm on the subject, so is my ear. What's going on with this? Seems like my hearing is a little funky in one ear and just a little worrisome. Well, at least Aaron's going back to radio for the kids. What? Age verification gates, blah, blah. China regulated this and monitored kids' usage and limit time remotely. Okay. Sounds like it protects propaganda machines. Does it protect propaganda machines? It's not allowing kids to join social media. And how's that protecting them? It said it wouldn't apply to pro media, so Aaron saved. Thank the God. What are you talking about? Aaron's not a kid show, so people younger than 16 shouldn't really be watching it anyway. And what the fuck are you... Egg Pecker, I don't know what you're on today, man. You can, again, brevity, soul of wit. Maybe take a step back for a second. The next swinging adventures for the Imholtz get some Popeyes and fuck all in the... We needed to spend... We don't have to talk about the Imholtz all the time. Oh. All right, so, skill issue, says Egg Picker. What? Skill issue? What's a skill issue? I'm a skill issue? Okay. I didn't claim to have skills. In fact, I actually say I do this because I don't have skills. So, okay, I'm sorry that my lack of skills is an issue. Popeye's chicken is the shiznit. Sean, what's up, weirdos? Hey, everybody, welcome to the show, man. We're kicking around for another 2.5 hours. We've got one story left in the first hour, and whatever's going on with my right ear is driving me nuts. Like the ringing got worse and then stopped for a second. I don't know. Keep going with the stories, Johnny. Don't be derailed, says Riding Dirty Lava. Have you met me? That's all I get is derailed. That's why I have a sound drop for it. Although that's not a really good sound drop for derailed. I should get a train derailment sound drop for that. I should probably do that. Is shiznit a good thing? Depends in the context. Hitler Diff, I'm talking about a 8-piece bucket of chicken. Love that chicken from Popeyes. I'm talking about a hell of a huge bucket of fucking chicken. Well, let's read this last story that we want to cover. So we'll get into this in just a second, and then we'll get into our 5 o'clock. We'll get into our second hour stories after that. Try living with military grade tinnitus, says Mikey Two Milks. I don't know that I have. What's military grade? I don't know. They've never graded my tinnitus. Okay. Dear Bush, I didn't hear that, Mikey. Huh? Mikey, what'd you say? Once more into the microphone, Mike. I couldn't I'm fucking deaf, Mike. Can you tell me again? We'll figure it out. Anyways, anybody have an account on the Black's internet? Atomic Ray. They don't have their own internet. I mean, honestly, if they had their own internet, well, things would be a lot different in this world. Oh gosh, Mikey, you have that. I quoted Little Nicky wrong, but it was effective, says Hitler Diff. It was good enough. Shiznit, it good. It was from the movie Little Nicky. The ringing keeps me company. The ringing keeps me opening the door. That's the problem. I assume somebody's there, huh? No. All right. Anyways, let's get into this thing that I did. This last thing that I want to cover from the first hour stories. We had like a one or two that just kind of out the way, so we kind of moved through the first hour faster than I thought we would. But hey, doesn't even matter. Still coming in on time. Beauty. And again, thank you for being here on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. We love seeing everybody on all 3 platforms. So thank you all for being part of the program. In 2022, the D.C. government announced a pilot program that offered $150 and 32 new and expecting low-income mothers $10,800 over the course of the year, no strings attached, intended to assess how unconditional cash payments could improve their families' outcomes and economic mobility. That's a weird assumption that it just would improve. Unconditional cash payments, how will that improve things? Will it? Now everybody's just talking about tinnitus. Any kind of tinnitus is an evil stepchild. Well, I have nerve damage tinnitus. Mine is related to damage in my nerves, so kind of a pain in the ass. Money can't buy happiness, but it can buy KFC, says Fat Conan. Thank you. That's a derailment-worthy drop. Bird collector, I'm sorry you suffer that too. Man, it's not awesome. And I'm sorry, bird collector and all of us. Drives me crazy when it's quiet. It's a bitch to fall asleep. Mine, I don't know about you guys, but mine comes and goes. It gets worse sometimes, and like right now there's a weird pressure in my right ear, and it's getting better and worse at times. I have tinnitus, military-related injury. I love Christopher Tinnitus. Very funny comedian. Anyways, let's get back into this. So, 132 mothers, $10,800 unconditional, restriction-free, no strings attached. All 132 mothers had to choose whether they wanted 12 monthly payments of $900 or the entire amount immediately in a lump sum, a unique feature of DC's pilot program. So, of the group of 132, Tard51, first time in the chat. I have to say I like the name. You know, because like they made 50 Tards before him. Like, who's he? He's Tard51. The one after him is Tard52. What happened to Tard69? I don't know. He's fucking around somewhere. A weird pressure. Are you like the loaf piggy has weird pressure to eat bread? Nope. This is just a weird, like, literal physical pressure that I feel in my ear. Like I need to pop, like my ears need to pop or something. And then, like I said, just hearing and the ringing's a little prevalent now here, and it's a little weird. Sean, military grade from flying chemtrails. So I have a military grade tinnitus from flying chemtrails. I have never seen a flying chemtrail. I mean, I've seen trails behind planes, but some of those vapor trails, I don't know. All right, anyways, what am I talking about? Tard 51 from Area 51. No, it's Tard 51 from Area 52. Reports say he's a I digress. If you guessed 75% of the 134 or 132 mothers, if you guessed 75% of them took the lump sum like money and run, congratulations, you're a winner. And I don't blame them, man. Do you want $900 every month, or do you want 10 grand right out the jump? I mean, it's not bad. Alrighty, so let's go to Canthea Miller. Canthea Miller. I do not have a picture for this woman, but it's a name that, sorry, I missed it. Did someone win the lottery or something? No, Tard 51. No, I totally get it. Hold on, man, because as a fellow Tard, I can tell you this math is a little hard to follow. But we're talking about a pilot program launched by the D.C. government in 2022. In 2022, the D.C. government offered 132 mothers, new and expecting in the low-income bracket, an opportunity for $10,800, no strings attached, guilt-free, and it was intended to assess how unconditional cash payments could improve their families' outcomes and economic mobility. And so we were saying, we got sidetracked, but 75% of the 132 chose the full lump sum payment as opposed to the 12 monthly payments of $900. And now we're talking about Cainthia Miller, a really fucking weird name, took the lump sum, and while she initially put some of the money away for her expenses, well, let's just read what she wrote. Some of it I left alone. The other side is I wanted to blow it. I wanted to have fun, she said. My kids got to experience something I would never have been able to do if I didn't have that money. So again, Washington, D.C.'s pilot program of give them 10 grand in either a lump sum or monthly payments. They chose monthly payments. They got it $900. She chose a lump sum. She initially saved it, some of it. But she decided that she'd splurge too. The 5-day, $6,000 trip to Miami was a dramatic upgrade from the Ocean City and Virginia Beach visits the Miller family was used to. So you regularly had like a nice little vacation thing, but it wasn't the greatest, like you're only kind of, going out to the beach or kind of going down the coast a little bit. So you decided, we're going to go to Miami and blow more than half of the $10,000. Dear Butch, poor for a reason, I'm guessing. We were going to get to it. Spoiler. Dick. Fun fact, my great-grandfather was Colonel Sanders, says Tweety75. Oh, I'm Colonel Sanders, and I am too drunk to taste this chicken. And in 2022, there was a run on 22-inch rims in the D.C. area, says Fat Conan. No. Mr. Q, we are going to Disneyland. I mean, I'm hoping not, but sorry, I just read this story. I apologize for the pause. Just read ahead in the story, and it literally hurt my soul. I'm going to read this to you. So the $6,000 trip was a dramatic upgrade from the Ocean City and Virginia Beach visits the Miller family was used to, joined by the children's father. Well, that must have been new. Why are you saying joined by as if it doesn't happen all the time? Weird. Dad showed up for the dream vacation. What kind of piece of shit are you? Where you're like, you know what? I'm not really going to be part of my children's lives. Well, we're going on a dream vacation. Well, you better have Dad with. It'll be a good family experience. Bullshit. You greedy asshole. No, I'm going to have to, no. How about some breaking news? I can't. Sorry. I just got a message just now. Aaron's voice is actually bad. So it sounds like he might be taking the night off. He's like, can you do tonight for half of whatever comes in? And it's like, I would like to, but I kind of am burnt out. And oh, man. Fat Conan, how did we find him? He heard there was money. Post your number so that we can text you too, says Fat Conan. I mean, I don't know. Dad was only there because it's money for the... Oh. No, Mikey, they didn't spend half. They spent more than half. They had $10,800. They spent $6,000 on this vacation. That leaves them with $4,800. That is a little less than half. Tard 51, Aaron must have sucked too much that he lost his voice. I mean, his voice sounded a little funky this morning, but what's Gino's channel name, says Cheesy Grin. Like his YouTube channel name? I don't know his YouTube channel name. He's usually on the In Hot Water show on Compound Media. Clean your ears, Johnny. Actually, that's the thing. I clean my ears rather regularly because this is my job and what I do. Let April and Keanu do the next show, LOL. Yeah, I mean, that could be a thing, but my problem would be if I'm doing the evening show, then I'm ending this show, and I literally have to start prepping to do that show. I have no time to hang out with my daughter. I have to cancel some other plans I have. So it's just, I got to end all of that and do the show, and then I gotta friggin' do a lot of shit tomorrow. I need to break too. So, Tard 51. Oh, it's because of Gino. Aaron lost his voice. I knew it. It was Gay Loaf Piggy Closet. Okay. The Mikey Two Milks, he's probably panicking because we found out he uses your show for prep, and now he's scrambling to find new stories. Well, like I said, it's not that he uses my show for prep. Again, other than the fact that I'm on his show, he has no idea my show exists, like most people. And if he actually paid attention to my show, yeah, he'd know we cover all the same stuff. But we cover the same stuff because I learned to prep the show the way I do it from him, so I'm fucking around, John. Yes, and I'm leaning into the bit to have fun. It's called being a dick. I'm being a dick, guy. Johnny has a better show, I say. Well, I say too, but, who cares? What? You know what? Let's leave it to just opinions. We don't need, statistics or facts to come into this and make it a lot more questionable. All right, continuing along. So as I was saying, the money went $6,000 to the Ocean City thing. They're joined by the children's father. A boat tour exposed them to $1 million homes and luxury yachts. Her kids went to a dinosaur museum and saw animals in Florida swamps they had never seen before. Miller still talks about trying Benihana, a Japanese steak and sushi restaurant, for the first time. Some of the money went towards preparations for the trip, new clothes, shoes, gadgets, and toys. Every outfit they wore was new, she added. In what she called a rare moment of self-indulgence, Miller spent $180 ahead of the vacation to get her own hair and nails done, a glow-up from her usual inexpensive short-dyed style. You spent $6,000 on 5 days vacation. And one of the things was all new outfits and new gadgets. Because, you can't just, have your new vacation and call it that. So can we all get this money from the government to better our lives buying useless shit, says Tard 51. Again, no, this was a pilot program launched in Washington, D.C. Wasn't even a statewide thing. It was just a District of Columbia thing.
Fuck off.
But I mean, all of us would just turn around and blow it on frivolous shit, right? Like, we'd all be like, who needs this money? I have $10,800. I have 2 kids to take care of. I can't possibly put this in a savings account to hopefully accrue interest while I continue to work hard to pay my bills and have this as a backup in case something happens with the car or a kid gets hurt. We've got some money to help us out. Nope. Tard 51 sounds like more wealth distribution. It kind of is. It is wealth distribution. They gave low-income people either a monthly installment or a literal lump sum for 1 year. And the thing we're learning is the first lady we've looked at wasn't very responsible with it. Let's check the second one. Let's look at this one. Apparently spending her money more wisely. Salima Quigley was able to catch up on credit card bills and rent payments she had fallen behind on, and then paid $1,100 rent in advance for a couple of months. But Quigley chastised herself for not using the funds to boost her savings account and wondered if the monthly option would have forced her to have more discretion. To get picked for the program out of all of those people, it's a blessing, Quigley said. But I did splurge. I ain't gonna lie. I went shopping, clothes, stuff I didn't need. It was like I paid my rent so I can go ahead and do this. Yeah, but how much did you blow $6,000 on that? That still sounds like a lot better. Oh, wait. There are just a few. Those are just a few of the mothers who chose the lump sum. God, yeah, we need more of a sample of this. I can't. Those are just 2. Okay, so DC is extending the so guys, if you want to get in on this, get into the program. Last summer, the DC Council, in its budget process, voted to extend Strong Families, Strong Futures for another year. Coordinators at Martha's table are thinking through the most strategic way to move the program forward. We know at some point it will end, Lloyd said, but we're excited about the impact 1 year has had on the moms' lives. Right. And that impact is, again, a couple of them were being responsible. One of them bought a brand new vacation for her family, spent over half of it on a brand new vacation. Wow, it's almost like 4 people have terrible financial management skills. Weird. Oh, poor people. Not always. Not always. I mean, think about it. The second lady we talked about, Salima Quigley, she got caught up on her bills. She got her life in order. She got her rent paid in advance and things like that. Kind of really closed the gap on a lot of stuff. And yeah, she went shopping, clothes, stuff I didn't need. And that's the thing. I want to know how much was spent on the stuff you didn't need. That's where it gets interesting. Anyways, we're fucking around. It's 3:15. We've got 2 hours and 15 minutes left in the program. And that's because we are funded through April 18th. Our show goal is at $30 on April 18th. And nope, there we go. And if you want to support the program, we'll link the PayPal, the Streamlabs, all of those, the Venmos, all of that shits. If you want to hit up them deals, there we go. Doodly doo. And one last boop for the money. Control V boop. All right. So there we go. Thank you very much. We'll figure out where we are at today from that hype train we had earlier, and we'll get all that figured out. And then I have to, before I load up the second hour stories, I have to talk about my good old friends at Hemponics. This thing was still, you know what? It's still empty. I wonder if it'll work now. Oh, it did. It is still empty, though. So that probably can't be good for me. I got to go order a new one. And you can do that at hemponics.com, which is this link right here. Yep. Do. And I will link it in the chat. You click the link that I'm about to give into the chat. It takes you to this website where you can buy a variety of products from our friends at Hemponics. And if you buy anything on the site, we get credit on the show, and a portion of the proceeds of the sale go to us. So there we go there. Oh, I didn't hit enter. Oh. That's why it was over text. Okay, anyways, so then let's go ahead and link this. So here's the boop, Control V, link, boop. Oh, reminds me, I need to take today's Hemponics dose of CBD and CBG. Yeah, Aaron has started really liking the caffeine CBG, or what? No, is it CBG or he is CBD? Caffeine CBD mix. Yeah, the Awake Infused CBD. That's what he's on. I use a CBG tincture every day. I use CBN and CBD as a sleep aid. I don't know if here we go. Calm Body. CBN CBD. This is the shiznit right here. This is my buddy. This is my buddy to help me sleep at night, and I recommend it for anyone who has leg spasms, things like that. This is a great thing to help you kind of relax, fall asleep, stay asleep, and it's not going to mess with your serotonin. So if you choose to stop taking it, your sleep schedule really won't change. You won't feel like you need to take something. You won't feel amped up when you're trying to sleep. You won't feel groggy when you wake up in the morning. It has nothing to do with that because, again, the chemicals involved are ones your body doesn't normally produce, so it's not going to throw your natural syncs out of, or your natural body out of rhythm or out of sync. And again, CBD and CBN tincture. Calm Body. That's my jam. And again, the CBG tincture, I like that. I recommend it. Ooh, there are not enough reviews on these. I'm going to have to put that in there later. I don't really, I'll say this, for CBG, I don't feel energized when I take the CBG. I just feel relaxed. The energy thing is weird for me. That's what you need the coffee infused for. At any rate, there's a whole bunch of variety. They have changed their website immensely. Anything you want, you can probably find a CBD, CBG, like natural thing to help with it. And, try something small maybe. And then, of course, you can sign up and get free gummies and things shipped to you. The balanced THC gummies I have not tried. I am going to have to look into that. Add a little bliss to my next order. They've got them all organized in a variety of ways. Again, my friends at Hemponics, I love their stuff. You might, too. Give it a try. See if it works for you. And, again, use that link that we gave you. And we get credit for the order. So that's our first hour done. That's all that stuff talked about. All the business bullshit out of the way. 2 hours to go in the show. So let's go here for that. All right, so let's pull the audio down. We're gonna load that one. So yes, we have another story from Florida about lawmakers once again making new laws to deal with issues. Dang it, this is another. Oh, I was hoping that one was written. All right, so we'll have to look at that one. I've got this story that will be hilarious, and we might have to play that soon just to do an actual video. We have had so little video action today. We've got a new dialect of a new American dialect. It has been identified by linguists. We're going to talk about that. We have a finance employee who got scammed. We'll be talking about, and another article about Biden responds to Trump debate. Oh, yeah. Was it an article or an actual clip? Yeah, no, there's an actual clip. We have the whole thing. All right, there we go. That's all loaded. The audio's back. Boom, we're good. Rabin saying, so no melatonin. Yeah, Rabin. The Calm Body CBD CBN mix is no serotonin, no melatonin, no nothing in the tonins. It doesn't mess with any of those, so your regular rhythms will stay regular. They aren't amped, they aren't hindered, they aren't anything. It's, again, just this extra stuff that kind of helps you along. And if you like it, you keep doing it. Cool. You don't like it, you stop doing it. Like I said, your body is just not going to have something that it usually never had anyway. So, shouldn't really mess with you that much. 420, puff, puff, pass. I got you, Johnny. Sean saying Aaron has a weak throat. No, here's what Aaron has. Aaron has been eating way too much man ass. That is. See, if he was eating vagina, it would have been lubricated. But it's all that dry man ass that he's getting in. It's ruining his throat. I'm not a chemist, but I play one on YouTube, says Sean. I mean, there is not even a Patreon on the Twitch channel, neither an Amazon wish list. What? There's not a Patreon on the Twitch channel, neither an Amazon wish list. Ravin, I don't know even what we're talking about. I am, what? Okay. You know what we're going to do? Hey, we have a sound drop for that. Guess what I pulled off? I got sidetracked again. So how to donate? Oh, how to donate. Yeah, we put the direct link things on. I don't have a Patreon because what am I going to charge people on a Patreon for? This same content that you can watch on it just seems weird. I'm not going to put the shows up behind a paywall after they've been on. I don't do the live. I mean, yeah, I don't know that. An Amazon wish list. I don't know how to. So I should be on an Amazon wish list, or my products should be. They aren't even my products. Audio only versions. Yeah, but why would you? You know what? I should look into it. I'm a dumbass, and I should look into it. Alrighty, so we have a bunch of things to get into. Did we want to start with this one? Which one was the one we were going to go with first? You know what? We're going to go with this one first. This one's from yesterday. Donations are made at sperm banks to start 50. Getty's talking about jizz. Because they come at the bank in a cup. Red Solo cup, I fill you up. It's No Nut November. Wasn't supposed to be about Toby Keith today. Was not supposed to be about Toby Keith today. All right. Let's nope. Stop being a dick. Let me fix it. Thank you. So let's get to this story. He broke the bank. Oh no. He broke the bank. Ouch. All right. The one place where Aaron doesn't donate, the sperm bank. We don't know that. Has anyone seen the red Solo cup of the 2 girls 1 cup? No, Tard. I can't say that I have. We'll go ahead and get to this story here. A Uber Eats an Uber Eats driver was apparently arrested in New Jersey. And wow, Rumble dropped way low. Fuck. Well, thank you for being here on this program on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. So let's get over this. New Jersey police officer arrested an Uber Eats driver. And, well, I guess he wanted to earn some good rep for the boys in blue. Better have gotten the tips.
Story is where reality TV meets reality. It starts with officers in New Jersey pulling over an Uber Eats driver for a traffic violation. But after they arrested the driver, the officers felt bad for the customer waiting for the meal. So the cops delivered it themselves. Only when they knocked on the door, they got a big surprise. Eyewitness News reporter Crystal Cranmore with more from Florence.
They came up on a meth house inadvertently. Yo, we got your tacos. Holy shit, those are drugs. Put it down, motherfuckers. You're under arrest. You know, normally you need a probable cause warrant. Yeah, but I had a beef and bean burrito and it was getting cold, so I had to do something.
Park.
A McDonald's food delivery at home on a Sunday evening. Not by who you'd probably anticipate.
We come in contact with different types of situations every day, so we always expect the unexpected.
Yeah, we've been heavily trained how to properly escort the Golden Arches to their final destination. Now I've got to catch up with it. I'm sorry. I just read at the bottom. Would that be the back door? And wait a minute. What? The one place Aaron doesn't have a sperm bank. Has anyone seen the Red Soul Cup? An American or Ukraine person dies and nobody bats an eye, but celebrity musician dies never by lose. Oh, everybody loses their mind. Okay, you're doing the Batman thing. CBN works well for sleep. Yes, it does. That's 20 years ago. What's 20 years ago? And don't want to see the cup thing again. Oh, no. I heard when the sperm bank sees Aaron walking up, they all run to the down to turn the open sign to close. Okay. To the door to turn the open. Okay. Why would he go to the sperm bank, though? Doesn't make sense.
Cam footage shows Officer Alexander Treddy trading his Florham Park police officer badge for a brief moment to serve a resident in a different way.
The resident came to the door. Once I handed the food over, advised him there's, an issue with the Uber driver, but it was being taken care of, and I wanted to make sure he received his merchandise that he ordered.
Officer Treddy did not know it at the time, but we found out that customer ended up being Nicole Snooki Polisi's husband, Gianni Laval. No one...
How? How in the... How? Really? Really? Snooki's fucking husband? Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, come on, man. Of all the drivers in all the world, I thought we were done with this lady. Now she'll use that as an excuse to get back into the public life. Oh.
Answered the door when we showed up to get a review of the delivery. But Sunday night...
He was definitely surprised, but he understood the situation and was very thankful of the kind act that we did.
He was sure to point out that the gun loosely tucked in his waistband was a registered firearm. I'm sorry, sorry.
This all stems from a traffic stop here on Felch Road. Police say the driver was making an Uber Eats delivery.
Pulled over the individual, minor traffic warrant.
Officers arrested the 60-year-old Denville woman, but not before parking her car at the Florham Park Memorial First Aid Squad so it would not get towed, and then finishing her delivery.
If we can take that.
So you arrested a 60-year-old woman who's an Uber Eats driver. I love this economy because, you know, she's only doing that for the fun, right? The side hustle. Snooki needs love. Snooki is still a thing. Riding Dirty Llama, no, Snooki is not a thing, which is why it is extremely weird that this happened, because it's an excuse to talk about Snooki, and I don't want to talk about Snooki. Let us see Snooki. TV personality. She's not a personality. She's a human troll. All right. Anyways, let's go to Snooki. Oh God, I love the South Park one. Yeah. I'm sorry, but no. Like, anyways. So let's not bother with that. I don't know where I was even going with that. Maybe some weight loss. Oh, no. Rabin says Snooki needs love. Jesse says, what the fuck? And then Tarj says, Snooki needs
Cheer
not
100
a fucking
shit
thing.
up Johnny. She's a nice lady.
Riding Dirty Llama. Just say it. She's an attention whore. Well, I mean, you know, like, yeah, no offense, man. Again, like, cool that I'd get half of whatever we made. I just, I can't do it. I'm running. I did 4.5 hours, and then I'm gonna do 3.5 hours, and then I'm gonna do another 2.5 hours. Fuck, it's just a lot. She had her airtime in the 2010s. Yeah, she did. And now, bitch needs to take down the Xmas decoration. He answered. He opened the door. He was surprised at first. And then discovered we were only there to drop off the food. We did, though, make sure to let him know that his smoke alarm was going off. Need to get that fixed. All right, so there we go. New Jersey driver doing the world a solid by finishing the delivery. Oh, dear Lord. Okay, so we've got a study that we've got to talk about there. That'll be fun. This one is not. So that's a. And then that's the Florida lawmaker bill we might save till after. What's this one? Copenhagen, the saunas. Okay. We'll do that. Did the officer's whistle go off when he say Snooki? No. They apparently didn't know that the person that they were serving the food to was the husband of one New Jersey gremlin named Snooki. I'm a horrible person. I'm sorry. I'm being a dick. I apologize. You thought the cops were there to serve wine. All right, moving on. It's dumb. Forget it. It's gay. It's lame and gay. Moving on. And again, thank you for being here today. Really, really glad to have everybody on Twitch, Rumble, and YouTube. Let's get over to this next one that I wanted to read about quick. I have a couple of fears that really, really worry me. Being in burning buildings, but that's a long story. The other one, and this has no actual like reason, just terrified of the idea of being in a car in water, like a submerged vehicle. Terrifies me. Terrifies me to no end. And I'd lose my shit if that were the case. So, anyways, and just even talking about it, Rusty Grammar, why isn't this being mocked and trolled? What? What? Why isn't this being mocked and trolled? Why isn't what? My show? That's your job. That's why the chat's here. You do it. I'm not going to mock and troll myself. All right, so, Riding Dirty Llama also saying, Aaron, just take a day off. It's fine, really. It will make us fans miss you more and not take you for granted. So I'm told. So I'm told. All right, so as I said, a submerged car freaks the fuck out of me. Apparently, sauna patrons dressed only in towels pulled 2 from a car that plunged into a Norwegian fjord. This is out of Copenhagen, Denmark. Is Denmark cold in February? Oh, F whoever wrote this. Not all heroes wear capes. Some don't wear anything at all. With only towels around their waists, patrons aboard a floating sauna in a Norwegian fjord rescued 2 people whose car had plunged into the water. The car appeared to have driven off the quay. What is a quay? Q-U-A-Y. Quay. Quay? God, I hate Norwegian shit. On Thursday at the Akershussenstraden, an area where ships dock at the fjord of the Norwegian capital's Oslo, picturesque medieval fortress and castle. Witnesses told the Norwegian VG newspaper that he saw the car stopped before it suddenly accelerated and ended up in the water. The paper reported that the driver had thought the vehicle was in park when he hit the accelerator pedal. The car went down, the 2 occupants escaped and were on the roof of the vehicle as the sauna raft headed toward them. Nicolai Nordahl, the skipper? It's a floating sauna, which is really, really weird. So you have a floating tub. Hitler diff. They meant gay. Chevy JB, what the fuck is this shit called? Yeah, dude. Yeah, your tacos, your McDonald's is a little cold because, you know, we had to take the time to arrest the person delivering it. So, He had 2 big-ass bags, too. Like, how much McDonald's did you order? All right, so as the car went down, the occupants, blah, 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 blah. Nikolai Nordahl, the skipper, told VG, I gave full throttle toward the people who came climbing out of the car and reached them just as the car went under. With good help from 2 of the guests, we got them up. They warmed up in the sauna, he said. How did you feel to be rescued? I was really, really glad to be rescued, but I mean, they had their dicks out the whole time, and it's weird because on the one hand, like I said, really, really glad to be rescued, but
the sad truth is that cock size is the smallest it's ever been in recorded history.
And I can vouch for it because it was cold out there, and them puppies were practically internal. It was, you know, like a turkey timer before the turkey's done. It's just a flat nipple, and you're waiting for it to pop. All sailors are gay, if not otherwise proved. Tard, Skipper, is there a first mate? Well, he's in the sauna. He's in the sauna right now, swabbing the poop deck. Luke Duke, howdy everyone. Hey, Luke Duke. Snooki eats a lot, but surprisingly, not from a trough. See, we brought the Snooki hate back into this. Okay. I mean, I don't care for Snooki either, but okay, yeah. You say not from a trough. I say pictures. All righty. Good help with the guess. We got him. The wooden sauna raft that operated on the fjord in Oslo. Oh. The wooden sauna rafts that operate in the fjord in Oslo are electrically powered, allowing people to take part in the much-loved Scandinavian pastime in peace while enjoying the natural beauty of the area and perhaps taking a dip in the icy waters. The car was later recovered from the water. Yes, but did it still work? Was it broken? Was it unsalvageable? Did it need a little time in the sauna? That's got to be a weird rescue. Like, oh my God, I thought I was going to die. I know, right? Have a seat in the sauna. Warm yourself up. Tard51 saying, Rabin, if all sailors are gay, what's that make Popeye the Sailor? Tard, you answered your own question. If all sailors are gay, that makes Popeye the Sailor gay. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if you're operating on the premise that all sailors are gay, then a person named Popeye the Sailor is gay. Well, he did smoke a pipe, possibly more than one. All righty. Let's clear the sauna story off. Oh, let's clear the sauna story off. That sounds weirdly sexual. All right, we have to get to this language story quick because this is hilarious. I love like dialects and accents. I think they're fun. I enjoy talking in different accents. I'm not good at it. I'm not particularly good at it, but it's a hobby of mine. So this is particularly funny. Florida International University study. Why is it a Florida International University? What makes it an international university? I'm curious about that. Anyhow, a Florida International University study has identified that there is a newly formed, recognized dialect of English in America appearing in Florida, and they call it Miami English. Can't we call it Miami American? One, that sounds better. Miami American. Two, it's not really English. It's not theirs. It's ours. It's American, goddammit. They're speaking Miami American. Okay. It's a form of English language influenced by the Cuban and Latin American population of South Florida, often using direct Spanish to English translations of phrases. Like saying, we got down from the car, a literal translation of Barriar del Carro, used instead of we got out of the car. I made the line to pay for groceries. He made a party to celebrate his son's birthday. All right, you know what? Let's let somebody else explain it. I don't think I'm smart enough for this.
If you're ever in South Florida, you might hear people say,
Thanks God.
Oh, let's make a party.
Make the line.
These are just a few
Wait a minute. What was she asking for?
Formally recognized dialect. That make up a new formally recognized dialect.
Make the line.
Oh, never mind. I take it back. She was not as hot as I thought. Like, I was like, hey, that lady was pretty cute.
Make the line.
Yes. And really broad shoulders, too. Now I got questions.
These are just a few phrases that make up a new formally recognized dialect, Miami English.
Oh, fuck. Cuban Miami crisis? What? Was it green moldy meat curtains? Tard? I have no idea what we're talking about. Cubano English, so Spanglish. Yeah, I guess kind of. Spanglish, the movie, has now become a fact. Cuban Miami crisis. So this new language is just another format of Ebonics. Quintessentially, it's English, but it's formed off of direct translations. It's weird. Let's go to prison and get on YouTube. I don't think you can be on YouTube if you're in prison. American Rafting Team Vernacular. She's asking for a line of Coke or something. Yeah, let's make a line. Do Coke with me, bro.
It's super Miami to have our own Miami English dialect.
Martha should know. She runs Martha of Miami, which sells clothing with sayings and items specific to Miami. She also knows how to make a really good cafecito.
And just keep whipping it. And then I like to do a little dance.
She also knows how to make a really good cafecito. Right. But this is, again, the lady runs a store about things specific to Miami. I went to Miami, and as a signature of my trip, I got this thing that's specific to Miami. Human centipede games. What are we talking about now? How many Florida guy videos have you seen of people going to prison? I don't know. I don't think I love this girl, says Jesse. Well, hit her up, I guess. She's in Miami. She's definitely stirring at a cup of naughtiness.
There's more sazon. If you're from Miami, you have most definitely said, that's super cute, or that's super Miami, or bro.
And she's right.
Or bro. Bro. Will you know something, dude? Let me tell you something, brother. Does that count? Well, listen, bro. Bro. Yo, that's so Miami, bro. And cute, bro. It's not cute, bro. Let me tell you right now, bro. You can't be doing that, bro. Bro. God damn it. I think I have a video in the overtime portion of a dude watching a thing where he's just saying bro, and it got it. Or I saw it when I was looking for stuff, and it just, God, it was horrible.
We spoke to linguist Philip Carter about his super cool study.
This study was focused primarily on what linguists call calques, and those are direct loan translations. To give you an example.
Why are you so sweaty? Why? You look like we just pulled you out of a pool. Are you coming off of a drug? And is this a fashion thing? Have I lost track of trends in fashion? Because this looks so questionable. There's just there's something about this and I don't know what. I'm getting a vibe. Philip Carter, professor, Florida International University. Bro. Cuban food is just someone's discarded food pulled from the Oh, Tard. That's not true. I hope you don't believe that. That is 110% not true. At least I certainly hope so. I hope it's not true. Bro, let me tell you what, bro, that janky ass skank, bro. That was janky ass shit, bro. Oh, fuck. I can't even. There's asterisks where I take it. Luke Duke. Okay, I'm done. All right, I'm finished. I'm all done. The humidity. It's the humidity and the Cuban spices, bro. It's the humidity and the Cuban spices, bro. You're going to be perspiring like a motherfucker because the heat on the inside is making you sweat. The humidity on the outside is just not letting it go anywhere. So you pretty much look like you just stepped out of the shower all the time. It's just varying degrees of smelling like shit. So, woof. At least it's not Asian food. You know what against eat. Actually, Tard, I, in fact, don't know what against eat. But it sounds kind of prejudiced. I can't support that. I love lots of Asian food. So I don't know what against eat.
Called calques, and those are direct loan translations. To give you an example, in Spanish, you say bajarse del carro, to get down from the car. And so we hear folks in Miami say, get down from the car rather than get out of the car. And it's based on the calqued expression, the literal translation, bajarse del carro.
And it's not just Spanish speakers who use this dialect. Even Miamians who aren't fluent in the language have adopted it.
One that's very, very subtle that sometimes people from here don't know that they're doing is the use of meat for beef. Because in Spanish, carne can refer to the entire class of meat, and it can also refer specifically to beef as such. So in Miami, you can hear people say, I would like 2 chicken empanadas and 2 meat empanadas. And everyone here knows that a meat empanada refers to beef.
We decided to take this calc to the test.
How would you order una empanada de carne?
Could I have a meat empanada?
I usually order that in Spanish. That's a meat.
What? Dude, you are nipping super hard, buddy. Global Excel. Apparently Global Excel's at putting a thumb up your ass. He's about to come. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, I thought it was hot in Miami. It looks like you're a little cold there, my friend. Holy crap.
I'm gonna come.
Thank you for the channel points in the chart, Wilmer Autotech. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. Successfully connected. Oh, so we lost the chat for a minute. All right. 98.8% of Popeye's employees are black, says Hitler Diff. Why were we talking about Popeyes? I don't think that had anything to do with this. Or even, wasn't Popeyes a while back? I don't remember. When did we get to Popeyes?
Meat empanada.
Carter's study traced the first use of Miami English to the end of the Cuban Revolution in 1959, when thousands of Cubans and Latin immigrants began settling in South Florida. Like
Most notably,
parents.
guys, how can you talk about this and not talk about the most well-known Cuban immigrant who settled in the United States, Tony Montana? Like, why are we not talking about Tony Montana? Didn't he use some of these things? I don't know, we have to go back to the documentary. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Didn't he speak like that? Luke Duke. Scarface, yes. For those of you who aren't aware who Tony Montana was, if I wasn't specific enough about the joke of the Cuban gangster.
You know, it's strange because our families came during a hard times when there was really this big wave of Cubans coming to the United States, especially in my
like a whole bunch of people who Castro kind of kicked out of Cuba because they were like kind of like mafioso people. We just kind of sent. Look, I'm sure some of them are great people. I just saying maybe you don't want to. I wouldn't tie my boat to that particular group, if you know what I mean. I'm just saying.
Miami. It was a change for our families, and now for us it seems so normal to speak English and Spanish. But back then it really wasn't praised.
Folks are just really tired of being told that the way that they speak is wrong or incorrect. I mean, this is an entire community where the vast majority of people are bilingual or multilingual.
And a lot of these people, like me, are white, and we're tired of people telling the brown people how to talk, all right? They're fucking unicorns, and we love them. Why are we looking at a chicken? If we've come full circle to a Popeyes, I'm going to fucking hit myself.
And finally, the research begs the question, well, what's wrong with this way? What's wrong with the way that my grandmother says it? What's wrong with the way that my mother says it? And I think it resonates with...
Well, firstly, your mother and your grandmother were uneducated immigrant whores. What's wrong with the way he says it? Yeah, what's wrong with the way I say it? I use a hard R.
People who are outside of Miami and say these forms, and it resonates with people who are outside of Miami and say different forms, but are attached.
Yeah, like the one guy who said it at the Laugh Factory. He's
attaching to the same story, which is my language is also legitimate.
But is it though? Is it though? I mean, it's better than Ebonics because technically they are using all the right words. They're just, again, using direct, literal translations as opposed to meaning-driven translations. Oh, my God. We have another professor talking about this study. How much more can we have to say on this?
Miami English is a variety of English that's spoken here in the United States. My research looked into how Spanish was influencing the English in Miami.
Yeah, because God damn it, I've had it with that Spanish coming in from the southern border of our dialect, and it's affecting our whole damn language and culture. They're rice washing. I mean, come on, man. I don't think we need to cover another video of another person who once again looked into how really exciting and fascinating it is that now well, it turns out they speak funky. They're Mexican. Jesus. Their Mexican rice water has gotten into our English. I mean, really, man, seriously. Oh, man. Nobody should ever take this show serious on that note. I mean, literally, we have an hour and a half left in the show, and we're talking about how apparently they're polluting the blood of our language with their horrible Spanish translations. Oh, fuck. And I love the guy. The first one was really the one because he got so... I don't want to say indignant, but he got so angry. He got so upset. And people are tired of being told that the way that they speak is incorrect. And they don't want to be told how to speak. And so what's wrong with the way my grandmother says it? She calls a broken beer bottle a knife. What's wrong with the way she says it? I ask you. Okay. So we've got that done. We're coming up against the last hour and a half of the show here, and I've got a couple of stories. I don't know which ones I want to do first. Shit. Yeah, we'll do this one. A Florida lawmaker recently wrote a bill. I know, surprise lawmakers writing bills. A Florida lawmaker recently wrote a bill that loosens restrictions on killing bears. And a lot of people were not happy about that. They thought it wasn't cool. The Florida lawmaker says the bill to loosen rules on killing bears is aimed at the ones that are on crack. So we have a Florida lawmaker who thought Cocaine Bear was a documentary. Like, wait a minute. Jesse, rest in peace, Toby Keith. Yeah, we talked about Toby Keith passing away this morning on the Steel Toe Show. Quite a bit. We went over his extensive catalog. I feel like it was a good time had by all. But yes, like the movie. It seems so. I thought the Cocaine Bear movie was like a myth or a what do you call it? Like urban legend? It's not real, right? The Laughing Lion saying, Weed Bear, a.k.a. Yogi, and his eternal munchies.
Cheer 100 Chinga to Oso.
I don't... Is, what is that even? I don't speak Spanish. Did I just authorize a hit? Most of their language has to deal with drugs, doesn't it? It's all about cocaine with them. Fuck your bear. Yeah, I was those were meant to be ignorant white man jokes. Anyways, let's get back to this. Florida lawmaker says that the bill to loosen the rules on killing bears is aimed at the ones that are on crack. A Florida lawmaker seeking to loosen the regulations on killing of wildlife has claimed that black bears high on crack are breaking into people's homes and tearing them apart. Why is it, sir, why is it that the black bears are doing it? Well, of course, the black bears are easily addicted to crack. They say that black bears don't crack unless you do it. And that is why there's been a rash of black bears breaking into people's homes, black bears looting stores, generally black bears behaving badly. And I think it all comes back to a very huge crack problem in the Florida black bear community. Can I have a story or a video of one of these black bears high on crack? Black bears high on crack? Oh, fuck. Yeah, it's real. What's real? Yogi and the Eternal Munchies. I don't. What's real? OSO is German for bear. Oh. By bears, they mean large, hairy gay men, says the Laughing Lions. That would make more sense, right? I could get behind that. Well, I definitely don't want to be in front of it. I might get fucked, am I right? All right, so a Florida lawmaker, all right. The allegations from Republican State Congressman Jason Schoaf, whose biography reveals a passion for hunting, is bizarre even by the already unorthodox standards of Florida, which in recent times has boasted cocaine sharks and marauding herpes-ridden monkeys. So, the monkeys have herpes. The sharks are high on cocaine, and the bears are smoking crack. And quite frankly, we need to shoot all of these motherfuckers. We need to kind of level the entire playing field across Florida. Every drug-addicted animal should be exposed to open hunting season in Florida. I want to hunt every cocaine bear. I want to hunt every I want every crack bear, every cocaine shark, and if we could, every weed weasel, every fentanyl flock of pelicans and flamingos needs to be taken down. Murder them all. Yes, every animal should be captured and put on Maury Povich. Maury Povich, that would be testing for who the father is. The poor bears are just as smart as the white bears. It's not really a good argument. The white bears aren't smart enough to get off the ice. It keeps shrinking. Fucking figure it out. You got to stop living on... Why do they have to live on the ice floes? They can't just find a decent... again, the idea that your habitat is not permanent and now it's not there, you need to stop going there, just in general, if you could. All right. Thank you for being here on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble, everybody. Really love having all of you here. And we are going for, again, another hour and a half. So let's, do we have anything else left to this? I'm stuttering and stammering like an idiot. Oh, my God. Oh, God, I'm glad I didn't quit yet. We have a direct quote. We're talking about the ones that are on crack, and they break your door down, and they're standing in your living room, growling and tearing your house apart. Schoaf told a meeting of Florida legislature's House Infrastructure Strategies Committee discussing his House Bill 87, which would remove most penalties for killing bears without authorization. Yeah, it's going to remove most penalties from killing bears without authorization. Weird. Yeah, the ones that are on crack. When you run into one of these crack bears, you should be able to shoot it, period. And you shouldn't have to pause or be afraid you're going to get arrested or harassed or pay fines. That's just crazy, right? And I'm tired of reading all of these stories about these crack bears that are allowed to do whatever they want because, you know, we don't want to get in trouble for saying, hey, crack bear, don't be looting this Nike. I mean, it's just, they live in a red state. Yeah, do they live in a red state? Do they have a lot of crack in the red states? I didn't know that. Are red states known for crack? I didn't. Fallen saying, fuck the white bears. Why don't they evolve and grow gills already? Come on, no video of a crack bear? Right, I'd like to see an issue, a story, a video, something about crack bears. The Guardian was unable to find a documented incident of any of Florida's estimated population of 4,050 black bears having ingested crack, and Schoaf did not return a request for clarification. His colleagues, however, appeared swayed by his argument and advanced the bill on party lines for a full House hearing. In a parallel bill in Florida's Republican-dominated Senate is also making progress, increasing the chances that permit requirements for killing bears under certain conditions may soon be dropped, along with an obligation that the state's Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, FWC, investigate all bear deaths. Schoaf, arguing that his taking of bears bill is not about bears, said protections against animal cruelty and baiting would remain. He accused critics of fear-mongering and insisted his target was nuisance bears. Right? I'm sick of these nuisance bears driving past my house at, 3 a.m, running their subwoofers, playing their bass-heavy music. We get it. You like Kanye. Because the bears are black. Oh, boy. I'm going to get in trouble one day. Possibly today. But I digress. Let's, when you run into one of these crack bears, how many people have run into one of these crack bears? I'm just asking, how many of these crack bears have we seen? Have you even one documented case of a crack bear? Smoke crack with me, bear. Luke Duke Bear Sis. I don't know what that is supposed to break down into. My crack bear works for picnic baskets, says Luke Duke. Smokey the Bear, only you can smoke crack. Only you can smoke crack with me, bro. Florida red is different than red, though. What do you mean? How is it different than red? Is it not still just red? Those bears work for the CIA. Do the bears work for the CIA? Or is it just, I'm sorry, I'm unrolling my, I'm rolling down my pant legs. It's getting colder down here now, and I'm getting colder. Did I ever turn the heater back? I didn't, and that's part of the problem. All right, so only you can prevent crack bear. Oh, fuck. So, there we go. I've got to see if there's any video about, there's got to be a video somewhere of someone, no, not Google, I want YouTube. I want to see if there's a video of this guy, Florida Bill crack bears. Let's just look up Florida Bill crack bears. Florida bill crack bears. Okay, that's 3 weeks ago. This is a month ago. Like a month ago. Let's see if this is the same thing.
I'm Forrest Saunders standing in the Florida Capitol. It's being called a stand your ground bill for bears. It's a piece of policy that's now moving through the upper chamber, which didn't last year. Let's take a look. In the last few years, black bears have gone viral in the Sunshine State. Videos like this one capturing a very bearable beach day in Destin.
Right, and these bears didn't attack anybody. But you want people to be able... How does that bear look like he's on crack? I mean, he's on the Tomcat boat, so I smoke crack with me, bear.
Or how about this boat excursion in Naples? And then there was this close call over in Daytona.
The bear was getting in the neighbor's trash, and I caught it in the act.
At times, things have resulted in violence. This mama black bear shot in Sanford, a homeowner reportedly trying to protect a dog.
This isn't a bear hunting bill. This is a public safety issue. This is a self-defense issue, and that's what the bill is.
State Senator Corey Simon is the man behind a bear bill to, he says, protect Floridians who have dangerous encounters with these creatures. If approved, his legislation allows lethal force if a person, quote, feels threatened and wants to protect, quote, himself or herself on his or her private property.
You don't hate bears? No, just the Chicago Bears.
The legislation also prevents people from using...
I'd really hate it if anybody took that and just kind of clip-pasted it and just cut it right after. No, just Chicago. Oh, but dude,
using bait to lure the animals onto their property.
Support your bill.
In its first Senate committee, it got support, including from law enforcement.
When a bear comes into someone's house or is threatening them in their yard, they have to feel comfortable protecting themselves and their family.
But plenty of other...
I'm sorry, I don't know about you, but if a bear comes into my house or my yard, when it comes to feeling comfortable, the last thing I'm worried about is legality. At that point right now, right at that moment, I'm worried about survival. Protecting my cats. I don't know if you noticed, I'd get fucked up by a bear, man. I would get fucked up by a bear. Hell, let's be honest, I'd get my ass handed to me by a fucking poodle, let alone a bear. Black, white, brown, fucking purple. Doesn't matter what color it is. Rainbow bear, it's still going to ruin my day. Probably cave in my asshole.
Others worry the policy is too vague and that it could encourage unsafe gun use.
It's too broad. You know, what is fearful?
All right. So, and then a month later we have to have this law to shoot the cocaine bears. Just the crack bears. We need it for the crack bears. How do you know they're crack bears? They said black bears, right? I love the idea that this guy, I don't know, I was hoping to have a picture or a video of the actual person we were talking about who wrote this bill, but I'd love it if he's just stupid racist. Just retarded racist. Be like, well, of course they do crack. They're black bears, right? They're probably all on EBT. Have a bunch of kids they never see. You know, black bears. No, sir, you're getting your offensive stereotypes mixed up. That's not, those rules don't pertain to bears, sir. No, I know what I'm talking about. The black bears, right? They listen to the hip hop music and they wear their pants real low. You know, black bears. Sir, no, that is not, you know, they always shoot their guns sideways. Black bears. No, dude. Again, one, that's horribly offensive, even if you got the right group and you're off by an entire species, sir. Mr. Q. Yeah, that bear that looks like it parties with Hunter Biden. No, sir. Again. Again, sir. A horrible stereotype. And again, you're off on. So it wouldn't work even if you had the people that you're. Again, that's supposed to be about people. Is the only point I'm making. The only point I'm making is it's supposed to be about people. That's what I'm talking about. The black bears, you know. Smoke menthols, love grape drink, black bears. Sir, you're being racist. No. You're talking about black people. No, I'm talking about bears. Now who's being racist? Oh my God, I should be punished for this. Holy Jesus. I'm glad I don't have a goal. Because after that, that's normally where I'd be like, how are people not paying for this? This should be fully funded. And it's like, oh yeah, we are. So thank you. John Doe, the hip hop. Yeah, they listen to the hip hop, you know? St. Caesar, do the black bears get into fights at Popeyes too? Supposedly, I've heard that black bears can't keep. What about a Care Bear? You can beat the stuffing out of that. I guess that bit's dead now. I don't know where that one was going with the Care Bears, but okay. Hey, what a beautiful day. Let's go, baby, says Jesse 420. Well, I mean, let's go where? Where are we going to go? I'm not planning to go anywhere. I'm finishing this show, which is done in an hour and 15 minutes. I'm going to hang out with my daughter tonight. I'm going to hang out with some friends of mine later tonight. And I'm going to probably turn in early and get up early and do a bunch of shit tomorrow. And host this show again tomorrow afternoon. So I don't know what you mean about let's go. Ride in Dirty Llama controlled burn time. I just did one. Shit, I should have looked at the time and just thought, how about I wait a minute? Why didn't I wait a minute? Now it's 4:20, but we're going to finally hit it on the nuts. People get pissed at me like, hey, you missed 4:20. Like, I'm not really a weed guy. 4:20, bro. See, St. Caesar, 4:20. We're going to miss you, bro. Okay, bro? We're going to miss you, bro. Like, where am I going to be gone? I'm going to be gone? I'm not going to be gone. 4:20. Here we go. The stupid weed ceremony continues. I'm waiting for the clock to turn. 4:19, 4:19, 4:19, 4:19, 4:19. Come on, be 4:20. I need you to be 4:20 so I can do this thing where I hit the bong. Thank you. There, we did it. It's gonna kill me, but we did it. Jesse saying, do it 4:20 right now, bro. You don't. There's a delay. So. Rusty grammar, that's just how rugged Minnesotans and Canadians talk. Maybe. I'm just making a judgment call that I'm probably not going to need that for the rest of the show. Probably not going to, for the remaining hour of the show, I don't think I'm going to need the controlled burn apparatus. So yes, Florida lawmakers want to kill crack bears. I mean black bears. I mean black Crack black bear. What? It's just so funny because you want it to be racist, right? You want it to be racist, but it's not. It's about protecting themselves from just the black bears that do crack. Look, I'm not saying every black bear does crack, but I'm saying the black bears on crack need to be dealt with, okay? New rule, okay? Black bears are on crack. All right. So you exhale the smoke into a paper bag? Question mark. This is not a paper bag. This is a Zoob tube. Black crack bear lives matter. BCBLM. BCBLM. It's a little bit harder to put down, but let's be honest. So are the black crack bears. Oh, man. 12:22, says Rusty Grammar. No. Nope. It's 4:22. My time. 16:22 here in the 320, brother. 4:20 was T plus 12:02. What the fuck is he? What is he talking about? No goddamn idea. Rusty Grammar, I think you're higher than me. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Crack has no borders. Well, apparently crack has no racial and special boundaries, because we're dealing with a crack bear epidemic in Florida. You saw all those videos? Mama bear walking across the front yard must be high on crack. Bear outside a gas station passing fake 20s and must be high on fent. Rusty Grammar, I fat fingered twice. My fingers are wet. You know what? Wet from what? We don't need to know. Zoob tube, what's that? Says John Doe. Zoob tube is there's different terms for it all over the place, but this is a dryer sheet loaded into an accordion pipe fixture, right? Bada-bam. And a dryer sheet on the other end. You can get these pieces at like any Home Depot, right? And so you put the sheet in, you collapse it, and then you put the sheet on top and you screw the top on and you blow the smoke through it, and it helps filter out the smoke smell and makes it kind of smell like you just did some laundry. It helps to make it not smell like someone's been smoking weed forever. So that, combined with some air fresheners and opening a window, is how I make it livable down here and able to bring, my daughter down after I'm done doing a show. We give it a couple moments to air out, and then we say, hey, and it doesn't sound like, or doesn't smell like weed. Anyways, let's get to this. Enough about the stupid crap I do in my life. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Why would they? God doesn't care. If he did, he would have either finished it or fixed it by now. This whole fuck it off and leave it in the middle thing seems like he's indifferent. All right, so why did Biden... Okay, Donald Trump says he's ready to debate Biden. Donald Trump's kind of called out Biden. Get a can of Ozium, says Fanatical Bucks fan. Daddy has a skunk farm in the basement. Yes, it's me and Pepe Le Pew just banging chicks all day long. They all right after, and oh boy, is it a stink fest. Yep. This is why I'm going to be the parent that gets called into the principal's office at any point in time. Like, my daughter has already had a couple of disciplinary issues, but nothing so far where any parent could be singled out. But as soon as it's going to be, money's on me. Money's on me. But back to what I was talking about, the important thing, because we have, again, like an hour left in the show. So stop distracting me. Joe Biden has been not dodging, but hasn't really done anything about confronting Donald Trump or talking about debating Donald Trump. Donald Trump, however, in traditional Trump fashion, has been calling out how he wants to debate the president. He'd like to speak to the president. So we have a reporter who, because everywhere he goes has to be a big national affair, and, running the country leaves him so much time to just do regular average Joe shit, like go and get a fucking smoothie or whatever the fuck this is. Look, he's just one of us, guys. He's just one of us. Keep in mind the fact that there's literally nobody in the average world who would see this person moving around thinking, oh, that person's just one of us. No, they'd be like, all right, that person needs help, right? They're not like demented, right? Like, they know who they are and where they are, right? Like, again. England's leader has been on the throne for less than a year and is going to die of ass cancer at the age of 75. He is so much younger than this man. Granted, he doesn't really look it. But again, the whole idea, let's put him, look at this. I'm saying, forget politics, look at this. All of these people, even Tons of Fun here, looks like she's got a lot more energy than Grandpa Jerky. I mean, seriously, man, you look like you are about to do a guest host for fucking Mr. Rogers. I mean, seriously, the sweater, is that a sweater? It looks like a sweater. It doesn't even look like a sport coat. It looks like a sweater. It might be a sport coat, but you're so old and doddered that it makes a sport coat look like a sweater vest.
Ready to debate you right now. Do you accept?
He just said that on radio. What
Thanks,
did
guys.
you immediately? He says.
Immediately?
Yes.
Will you debate him?
If I were him, I'd want to debate me too. He got nothing else to do.
He's got nothing else to do. Don't you have anything else to do? If I were him, I'd want to debate me too. He's got nothing else to do. You're right, he's got nothing else to do except go to court over and over and over again because your Justice Department keeps taking him back into court, almost like, if nothing else, just to strategically drain his campaign finances. Speaking of court, sir, your son Hunter. See, that's the part that pisses me off. We're not seeing Joe Biden go to court again and again and again for all of the crap that we know Hunter did because he handed a laptop full of evidence over to a computer repair shop and never picked it up again. In a true cokehead moment, forgot he left it there. I heard I got a baby tooth, says Saint Aran. Okay. Saint Aran has a baby tooth. Strange. But yes, he's got nothing else to do. Are you sure he doesn't have anything else to do? So you forgot where you ordered the FBI to continue, or not the FBI. I'm so sorry. The FBI was January 6th. You forgot the part where you had the Department of Justice continually, strategically, systematically target him for investigation after investigation after investigation. Dark money and just straight up Trump hater groups helped prop up the E. Jean Carroll thing so she could keep pushing her court case so that way she could hit him up for $83 million. I mean, again. Oh, not me. Biden sounded like he said baby tooth. No, he said if he wants to debate me, if I were him, I'd want to debate me too. He's got nothing else to do. That's what he said. So he's got nothing else to do. former President Donald Trump says he wants to, that's not a clip. All right. It's all part of the plan. We have a plan, right? Fuck. Angry Saxon, look, here is my I talked about this earlier. Here's my tinfoil fat conspiracy theory. All right. Here's my we're too far down the rabbit hole. The secret societies have won or whatever. The Great Reset is coming, whatever kind of thing. And it does largely center around George Soros. But again, the Taylor Swift phenomenon, phenomenon, but da 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 da, phenomenon, but da da da, phenomenon, but da 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 da. So the Taylor Swift thing, like the way that she got to fame, all of that. Now there's a movie out about her, all of this stuff. She's doing so well. She's at the center of this cultural phenomenon thing. And I'm not doing it again because it'll hurt the thing. So this smoothie is soft enough. It hurts my teeth. That would be cold. That wouldn't be about being soft. Mr. Q, if you'd put a black robe on Biden, he'd look like death. No, he wouldn't. Because death would have a scythe. He would be moving, continue. Again, if you put a black robe on him, he just looks like Grandpa didn't get out of a robe today. Grandpa's wearing a Snuggie. Oh, look, he thinks it's Halloween and he's trying to be Emperor Palpatine. Ironically, closer to how he actually has things running right now with the way we're punishing people. But anyways, we InfoWarriors are winning the battle against the globalists. More people are waking up more now than ever, says Rusty Grammar. Really? More people are waking up? Are they? Are they waking up? Because here's my my worry. Now, for the most part, I don't give a shit about Taylor Swift. Like I said, her music's okay. She's a good songwriter, in my opinion. I like her music sung by other people. I find her performance and her in general remarkably mid, which is why I don't understand the cult-like obsession around her. I mean, like she's Madonna or something. Like, okay, whatever. That's what AJ said, so it has 99.9% chance of being true. Rusty Grammar, while Alex Jones has a lot of hits, I wouldn't say 99.9% chance of being true. Again, I take it to the whole shooting being fake thing and kind of using that one to hang him up on. Like, I get it. He had a lot of hits, I'd say like realistically, not 99.9% chance of being true. So if you're being honest, like that's what Alex Jones said. So it has about a 65 to 70% chance of being true. A 65 to 70. That's a responsible one. A 99.9. I mean, Can you translate Biden? I can't understand half of what he says. Well, I translated exactly what he said. We had it in the script there. Again, his exact words were, if I were him, I'd want to debate me too. He's got nothing else to do. But you're right. It is hard to understand what he says. It's almost like walking across the supermarket there, picking up a smoothie was really taxing him. So he had to kind of just limp over and be like, he said what? Well, I'd want to debate me too. Again, I want to debate me too does not sound like the burn you think it sounds like, sir. Well, if I were him, I'd want to debate me too. He's got nothing else to do. Right, but that just because he has nothing else to do doesn't mean he would pick a losing battle. So you're saying if you were him, you'd want to debate me too because he has nothing else to do, and what? He's just going to beat the shit out of you? Again, it doesn't sound like the own that you think it is. I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't want to do that story and read that after we just did all that. All I hear when Biden talks is, I like turtles. All right. Let's pull the audio down a little bit here, and we haven't done a sticker party. Let's check this. It might be. Oh no, never mind. We're 300 bits away from a sticker party. Let's keep that up there, just in case that happens. We got to get this one out. So again, like I said, I don't see Biden winning. So I think if they pull a last minute out of nowhere Michelle Obama to save the day, like hell's bells, boom, here she is, Michelle Obama. And Taylor Swift comes out and, oh, I support her, y'all. Like, then, yep. And we're done. We're fucking done. My hairs on my legs, they turn blonde in the sun. My skin turns a soft brown. Thank God for the blonde hairs, otherwise people might not think I'm a white man. All right. Let's grab the third hour stories. Thank you for the 10 bits and the Nugget Army sticker, Sainer, and the audio's down while I grab the audio. I'm sorry about that. Let's pull this up. So we've got a funny New York Times article that was published, and it got a lot of people very, very heated, and then we'll actually follow that up with something a little more ironic. You know what? That might not even be what we want. This one was kind of fun, but you know what? I really need video stories here. Oh, we do have a video story from that one. So that one might be one we do. We do. And then South Carolina voters. Oh, yeah, we've got a I'm not a Trump supporter. All right? And I keep saying that the never Trumpers and the Trump idolaters, we'll call them that, are kind of like two sides of the same coin, and it's weird. And I feel like if you are a person who wants Trump to be the president for whatever reason, you have to be a responsible person and call out the outliers and be like, hey, these guys are nuts. And boy, howdy, do we have one of those. So we'll get into that in a minute. This is the New York Times one, so that's there. All right. Nope, that's that. Small Town Doctor. Found it. Boom. Audio back up. Is Nikki Haley dropping out yet? Mr. Q, of course not. Of course Nikki Haley isn't dropping out yet. Why would Nikki Haley drop out right now? She's being paid to... Here's the thing. You see, with Nikki Haley, because, you see, with Nikki, Nikki, you like Animal Planet? So Nikki Haley, again, is, Vice President Swift, we have a border crisis. What are you going to do? Shake it off? I just met you, and this is crazy, but you look like a terrorist, so come here maybe. Oh, Jesus. Nimrod Nikki Haley. Again, if she loses her home state by the numbers forecasted, and she continues to run, it will be nothing but definitive proof that she has no real allegiance to her party, no real She's not running on any sort of principle. She's being funded by we all know who in the back, and they're just like, nope, keep going. I'm really getting my ass handed here, you guys. Yeah, but you're a woman. You're used to taking it in the ass. Boom. Oh. Like the people that are secretly running her give her no respect at all. Just treat her horribly. When the documentary comes out in a couple of decades from now, and she'll be like, well, when they pushed me to run, and, I couldn't say no. The money was too good, and I was on the verge of bankruptcy, and thank God I got an influx of cash and a whole bunch of money, just throwing it up in my books, and got to just balance all of that out. And they just kept pushing me to run, even though nobody wanted me to win. And even as we came to the end and I started making jokes about grumpy old man and stuff, we all knew I wasn't going to win, but they're just like, oh, you're going to have to just bend over that table and take it right in the pooper, because let's face it, that's what you do to keep God happy and also please your man at the same time. Oh. He's saying she's a whore. For the military industrial complex. Just so we're clear. I'm not saying that Nikki Haley is a morally promiscuous woman or loose sexually. No. I'm saying Nikki Haley is a moral puppet that is riding the pine pony of the military-industrial complex. That was almost passable, Mr. Garrison impersonation. I'll work on it. You know what? I'll work on it. I will try harder.
Did everything he could to make sure last week's winter storm couldn't stop him from delivering a baby.
Yeah, he took
Holy shit. For one brief moment, I thought that was Jerry Ryan, and then I realized, never mind, she has no tits. This was Jerry Ryan if Jerry Ryan got a double mastectomy. Okay.
this ATV to Shenandoah Medical Center to help baby Berkeley Gardner come into the world. A KATV News Watch 7 Sean McKinnon caught up with mom, dad, and doctor about that snowy situation.
Last Friday in Shenandoah, Iowa.
But did he do any sick tricks? Did he go off any jumps? Did he oh, doctor, did he do a Superman thing? Come on, can we see? Did he bust through any snowbanks? Bro, come on. It's Iowa. You need something to live for.
Time must have felt frozen. As sub-zero temps kept people indoors, the Gardners were on their way to the hospital. Mom Crystal Gardner was due, and Dr. Chase Brown knew his four-wheeler was the only way he'd make it there. He cleared snowdrifts by hitting them at 20 miles per hour.
Snow went everywhere, went flying in all directions, but...
Oh my God, I was right. He did fucking Ninja Kawasaki Oh. You needed a goddamn GoPro on your helmet while you did this, homie. I hope you wore a helmet. Fucking legend, says Angry Saxon. It is pretty dope, right? I did this as a feel-good story. He showed up. He helped deliver a baby. He helped secure a new life in the world. Super awesome. Way to go, Doc. But, I do want dramatic reenactment of him just fun, because it's like the commercials when they bust through the snowbanks in the it's in the frozen tundra. It's the Chevy Silverado, and you just see him blow through a snowbank, and it's just an orgasm of snow, just literally coming through the snowbank. You can almost hear like the Ford. Let's say it's a Ford Ranger busting through the snow. As soon as it pops through the snow, you can hear it screaming, "I'm going to come." It's a Bronco on the other side of the snowbank. You can hear it before you even see it.
Oh! 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 Stop it!
Just keep going through to the next one.
And it wasn't just Dr. Brown. The whole medical team braved the snow and cold to make sure this baby would be delivered.
Wait a minute. Again, awesome jobs, medical team, awesome job all around. Why are we focusing just on... Dude, you almost hit a mom. She just had a kid. Lab glass, watch your aim. Thank you for the 100 bits. But I mean, seriously, man. You could have hit the baby. You could have hit the baby. Bonus points for hitting the baby. No. Nobody said that. Nobody said that. Do not attempt to sticker the child. Now, again, Iowa doctor, ATV, awesome, great visual in my head. Great. But if the whole team braved the storm, how did the rest of them get there? Did he have to plow through the banks like a fucking, like a maverick? Or did he just choose to do it because it was awesome? Either way, I support it. But if everybody, now if the whole medical team made it there, then I'm like, well, what did they go through? What did they go through to get there?
He was going to get there. They all would get there for it.
The Gardners were blessed with a baby girl named Berkeley. At Tuesday's checkup, Brown says she's healthy as can be.
She's a very good baby. We couldn't have asked for more perfection, so.
Her siblings can't put her down.
Does Leia...
We couldn't have asked for more perfection, because I took a lot of BBC, and so for a good 8 months, oh boy, was I worried.
share at all? I bet she doesn't share much.
She tries not to, but
Despite Berkeley being born in a winter storm,
she doesn't like to be out of her blanket, out of her swaddle, nothing. And she hates the cold.
For Brown, there was never a question he'd make it. In fact, he's gone to 3 deliveries now by four-wheeler.
Again, no matter what's coming, we're there to take care of people.
And while
comes rain or sleet or snow, I'm gonna go. All right. Good baby. Wait till it discovers crying. Right. Wait till it's teething. You'll really, a part of you will really want to punch that baby. I know I can't, and I never would, but a part of me wants to hit that baby. Oh man. Atomic Ray, it isn't Taylor Swift. It's all the attention. It's the media that puts the attention on her. Her fans are mere sheeple. Right. It's that's all it is. That's all it is. That's all it is. Camera one. Who runs the media? See, like Aaron sits there, he's like, I love this. I think it's harmless. And I'm like, I hope it's harmless. I think it's harmless if it's not what I'm worried it is. Right? I think it's harmless. But it's weird. We get this interesting sports power couple, and they're right up at the pinnacle of the height of football. And oh boy, just a lot of things just happen to coincide. Oh my God, perfect storm. I would like to think our world is that at least that structured, and if not, I want Donald Trump to win. Oh. If the idiots in charge are as dumb as they appear, I want the other guy to have a crack at it if it's down to one of the two. So that's all I'm saying. I'm saying I will be happy to be wrong. I will be so... if I am proven wrong and it's Joe Biden versus Donald Trump, I will be so happy. Alrighty, so there's that. We actually should get into that. We've got about 30 minutes left in the show. I don't think they are a real couple. It's a staged relationship, says Fallen. Right, but then why is it a staged relationship? Why? Why would they stage this relationship? What is Kelsey secretly gay? And she's like some sort of all-star beard? I don't take that. Like the kings used to do. Ah, right. We shall marry the houses of Swift and Kelsey. We shall unite their lands and armies. Oh, and Kelsey was fighting. He's like, but Dad, I don't want to marry this Swiftie. I've never met her. Son, she's got huge tracts of land. All right. Yeah, I don't, no, look, all I'm saying is with the Taylor Swift thing, I honestly, if there wasn't this fever pitch of, oh, the Eras tour, and oh my God, she's so uber super amazing and star-studded spectacular, and I'm just like, whatever. And the movie and everything else, like, Kelsey will support the jab, and Taylor will support anything blue. They will cover both sides. I don't know what the heck you're talking about. What do you mean they're going to cover both sides? By the way, Taylor Swift, not a conservative. She actually supported Joe Biden last time. The fact that she hasn't outwardly supported him already makes me feel like we're saving her push for something else. But at any rate, like I said, I don't think like Taylor Swift is a machination that was put together, but I'm saying if it was, it's gonna do stuff. All right, let's you know what? Let's reload this. Let's reload it. Reloading. Come on, CNN, I just need this video to do a video thing. Oh, exit page. Let's Oh.
What about homes is where the homes are?
Oh, so it was just because of the
Website
ad.
full of homes.
Ding dong.
So okay. That seems dumb. Okay. Come on. Damn it. I need to unmute the story.
In Polly's Island.
Just one scoop of moose tracks. That's good.
Joy Rendula. The South Carolina shoreline is spectacular. Island Treats Ice Cream Shop, a popular stop in Polly's Island.
Just one scoop of moose tracks. That's good.
Joy Rendula cashed in her 401k 8 years ago to buy the place, leaving Pennsylvania behind.
God brought me here.
And this guy literally did this whole story just for an excuse to buy some ice cream. That's all it is. That's all it is. His wife never lets him have it, so he had to come down here. Had to come all the way down here just to get a little bit of the sweet cream in his mouth.
Here. I tell everybody he brought me here.
Rendulic served her first scoop back in 2016. Nikki Haley was governor then, and Rendulic.
Nikki Haley was governor then. I can't wait to hear what her opinions are on
The
Nikki
sad
Haley.
truth is that cock size is the smallest it's ever been in recorded history.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good job.
Voice crack. We are now 40 bits away from a sticker party. Thank you for the sticker party. Alrighty. I was getting into this how if you're a Trump supporter, like I said, you gotta call out the bad actors in your camp, and people like this. I have to say, they're not doing anything malicious, but they are the bad actors. They are the bad actors. So you weren't happy with your life, and you made a change, and it was God calling you to run an ice cream shop. First of all, thank Jesus. But you think, I'm sorry, the Nikki Haley thing. All right, there we go. I delayed it long enough I knew this was going to happen at some point. Now oh my God. It looks like it's pointing at his dick and it says legend. This childish program. Oh my God. It's not getting old. Oh. Let him cook. Right. I don't care what anyone says. Until it disappears, that legend sticker is the winner. The fart sticker landed in a nice place. The other stickers are fun, are great. Thank you. But say cheese. I'll say thank you. That's what I'll say. I'll say thank you. We've had a sticker party. Thank you very, very much. We appreciate that. That is super awesome. Let's go ahead and put the party thing away because, again, we'll be a ways off. I just want to say I might have to go. I have to stop being lazy, which God knows it's a fight. But that if there were ever a part of the show to clip out, sometimes it just, when it's nice, it's nice. To quote Keanu Reeves, when it's nice, it's nice. Oh my God. I got warned. It was on the screen here. I saw it and it didn't happen. There was a delay. I'm sorry, dude. It jump scare ineffective. But thank you for the was it 25 bits? Oh. Or did he do channel? No, it's 25 bits. Thank you for the 25 bits. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you.
Was impressed.
Yes, she was a very good governor.
But then and now, Donald Trump is her vote for president.
I totally believe that God has assigned.
The sad truth is that cock size is the smallest it's ever been in recorded history.
I don't like that landed on my head, pretty much. I don't like that. But again, what I mean by bad actors, to say that God has ordained or appointed anybody, always kind of a bad move, in my opinion. Because then you've set this person up to be some sort of savior. Trucker 18-wheeler having fun with the nugget bits. Thank you. Again, being very religious, that's fine. Believing in somebody, believing in them having the approval of the Almighty upstairs, okay, fine. But again, if you really want people to support your guy, this makes the people who... This makes them seem a little nuts. I'm sorry. There's never a good, look, this is who Jesus wants you to vote for, like, pitch. There's never a good one. I have never seen a good, but God wants you to vote for this guy. No.
I pray to the highest heavens, Lord, please do not let this Becky
But then,
get any purple-headed yogurt slinger from any man. Absolutely none.
Bravo. Thank you for that sticker placement. All right, here we go.
And now, Donald Trump is her vote for president.
I totally believe that God has assigned him to this position. That is my true belief.
Assigned him to be the president of the United States.
Yes. And that he'll be president again.
So then
I've been saying that for a long time.
What happened in 2020 then?
Again, this is why CNN goes out and interviews these people, because even this weak ass schlub can catch her in a real predicament. So then, what happened in 2020 then? Well, Joe Biden stole the election. Well, then why didn't God stop it? Like I said, I doubt they would interview this lady if she believed that Donald Trump should be the president and she was just uber religious. And I don't think she's gonna. I don't think you're gonna buy your way out of this, ma'am. Go ahead.
And that he'll be president again.
So then
I've been saying that for a long time.
What happened in 2020 then?
That was a mess. That was some illegal, some improper cheating happening.
I like how she has to look off, like she can't just say, well, Joe Biden stole the election. That's, again, ma'am, but if he's ordained by God, so we can just fight the will of the Lord anytime we want. She's not wrong, says Riding Dirty Llama. Right. She might not be wrong about improper voting, cheating, whatever. She might not be wrong about those things. But to quote Patrice O'Neill, it's hard to take her seriously when she's shoving those marbles up her ass. And it's just kind of like I said, it's the get off my side situation. You might like a lot of what she's saying, but she is also, she's really seeing the signs, all right? Like, God directed her to leave Pennsylvania and buy an ice cream shop in South Carolina. That doesn't regularly happen, all right? God doesn't go, hey, this ice cream shop in South Carolina is up for sale. How about you upend your whole life, to scoop Haagen-Dazs on the pier?
Judge in any state or federal judge found any evidence.
And I think so many people hate Trump that
Even judges appointed by.
No judges in any state found any evidence. Well, again, and this is why I don't need the religious argument. I would be like, yeah, but they found the laptop, though. Well, that's not election. That doesn't. How does a laptop affect an election? Well, when you refuse to admit that the president's son is a criminal and apparently in some sort of cog of some sort of machine as a bagman, it's not an informed electorate. So you could say we were at least misled as a mass of people in America. Because, again, you guys in the news agencies wouldn't report it or dismiss the story. The FBI wouldn't even look into it. It's really weird. But she's not going to do that because, again, she's like, well, some weird stuff happened, impropriety, people cheated, and no evidence. None of the judges found anything, even judges appointed by Trump. Do the judges do the actual investigating, or do they just analyze the evidence they're given? Again, who gathered the evidence?
By Trump, even Trump's Supreme Court, that rejected them in the end. Three of his justices there.
I don't know. I just know that there was a whole lot of cheating.
If it was God's plan for Trump to be president, why would God let that happen?
Because right now the time
Again, I called the play that he was going to use. Thank you for the 100 bits. And I obviously didn't do that because I'm a genius, because as we all know from watching this show and me doing it, I'm not. I'm a fucking idiot. But of course he's like, well, again, if he's God appointed, how could God let this happen? And this is, again, why I'm saying you got to keep these people off your side if they're so willing to get on the camera and do the interview. And these people love to do that because that makes Trump look crazier. His supporters look crazier. They don't need help. Elections have more talent than Taylor Swift. Let that sink in. Trump is going to cheat harder this election. Haven't you seen our current president? How does Trump cheat harder? How does he cheat harder this election? I would like to know. All right, anyways, let's
happened. Okay. What happened is what happened, but and I believe Trump's coming again.
Such Trump is best no matter what.
She believes Trump is coming again. That's right. You heard it here. She believes that Donald J. Trump is coming again. Keep on trumping. Oh my God. So this place really loves Donald Trump.
What sentiment is easy to find in South Carolina? A big reason the former president is heavily favored in Haley's home state.
He's even more ready now.
Mark Sanford is out of politics because he has a very different take on Trump. Sanford was the Republican governor here before Haley. Then he won his old House seat back in.
Sanford won his old House seat back, but now that he's vacated it, he's expecting his sons to take it over. That's right, Sanford and his sons.
2013, but Sanford lost a Republican primary in 2018 because he criticized Trump's spending and sometimes his tone.
I would say, well, I'm for Trump in this area, but I'm against in these different areas. But people didn't want nuance. They want, are you for or against him?
Sanford nods in agreement when Haley criticizes Trump for all the chaos and all the deficit spending. Yet, he expects a big Trump win here.
That which has traditionally worked in GOP politics isn't so much working these days.
Right. It's kind of like both the GOP politics and thank you, voice crack, and the left wing politics is a whole bunch of a whole bunch of old white guys boys clubs that keep patting each other on the back and doing reach arounds to stroke each other's dicks while fucking over the rest of us. So again, I don't like Donald Trump, but I get why people like him, and I'm sorry, but I don't know who you're going to roll out that I could go, oh, well, I don't trust that person to just be a corporate stooge. Because, again, if the Democrats haven't gotten anybody else to do anything thus far, the whole, like, last-minute pitch hit, we're gonna pull like something's going to happen with Joe Biden and his health isn't going to work or whatever. The idea of like, oh, well, we're just going to pull out Michelle Obama. I'm going to have a problem if anyone other than Joe Biden or his VP is running for the presidency at this point. If Joe Biden has to step out, then Kamala Harris should be the VP thing. Like, that should step up. There's no way tree mail and dead people will vote at 3 a.m. Look, I obfuscate the whole, like, was there voting impropriety thing with the whole, like, oh, they lied to the American people, if nothing else. I kind of avoid the argument that way. But to lean on it for him, nobody found any evidence of any of that. Kamala and Big Mike for the win. Again, Michelle Obama, if I'm sorry, I do not want she's never run anywhere. She's never run an ad campaign. She didn't announce an intention to run this, like, I'm going to step up and save America thing. Be like, no. If Joe Biden can't do the job, that's why he has Kamala as his VP to back him up. That's the pitch hit. We throw that one in. Like, that's where it goes. I don't want this Gavin Newsom or anybody else. No. That's not how it goes. It's supposed to be Joe Biden, so it better be Biden. Kamala still hasn't been to the border, says Joe Berger. Why would she go there? She's supposed to do something? If you go to the border, then you're simply at a border between two spaces. But so many spaces have borders. So when people say, I don't go to the border, I just want you to understand there are plenty of borders that I approach all the time. That's still more cogent than what she would. Whatever. Let's go back to these two people talking about the erosion of politics like it isn't entirely due to the fact that the American people are sick of the blatant, self-indulgent corruption of the two-party system.
Two, you go from Tea Party, sort of Perot movement, to Tea Party, to Trump. It's metastasized in ever aggressive forms. And what started out is a lot of well-meaning Americans saying, look, we got to do something about politicians doing what they said they were going to do, into something much more strident is their religion. I don't know how else to explain it.
Hartsville is 2 hours.
Here, I'll explain it for you in a really, really simple way. The Tea Party movement was about securing freedoms that America has been founded on and solidifying those freedoms. And again, not endorsing the military-industrial complex.
Is inland from the coast.
And it got co-opted by that and became, again, a piece of the corporate system that it was fighting against. And that's why it turned into Trump. See, if the corporate interest and the greedy politicians would stop fucking all of us over, we wouldn't aggressively, angrily rebel.
Billy Pierce, here for 70 years, except for a stint in the Navy, is another piece of the Trump comeback puzzle.
the 4 years he was president. How was your life?
Better. Definitely better. We didn't have the high inflation. We didn't have the high interest rates.
Not an election denier. Not a fan of the toxic tone.
He'd have just shut up and, got off of Twitter and that kind of stuff. He'd have made a great president.
His 2016 and 2020 votes for Trump track his 1992 vote for Ross Perot.
I wanted a non-career politician in there that would run it like a company.
Run it like a company. Fuck over the peons. Collect as much money as you can for the elites at the top. Like a company, like a real company runs. Like the people working on the bottom floor get fucked over left, right, and sideways unless they form a union, which is just a form of government that'll run their lives and demand a piece of their paycheck. Like a company. I mean, I understand the sentiment on one end, but dude, no offense. Running the government like a company as a baseline idea is a horrible thing. The Chicago mayor guy, he couldn't go to the border just because he's black and he kids. Okay. Why did we need the Chicago mayor to go to the border?
Run this place like a company, like a CEO.
Pierce calls himself likely Trump in the primary. The border is his top issue.
Shut it down.
And on that, he trusts Trump more than Haley.
He's going in to fix the things I need him to fix. I have no problem, to be honest with you, I have no problem with putting up 2 rows and mining the other. So if they come in, you tell them it's mine, you put signs out there that say it's mine.
Like many voters drawn to Trump back in 2016, Craig Thomas wanted to send Washington a message.
It was like, all right, this is good. Let's blow some things up.
Now he's voting for Haley.
Well, the CIA said if I didn't, they'd kill me. See, I don't know if you understand this. They're doing anything they can. That's why in her home state, some people have to vote for Haley.
Or they're dead.
And I don't mean that as a joke. I mean literally, like they're gonna blow up their cars. It's gonna be bad. Their brakes are gonna suddenly cut out, and that thing's gonna accelerate into a semi trailer. And because again, the CIA told him, they're like, if you love your family, remember it's a vote for Nikki Haley.
Or they're dead.
Again, that's not me saying that. This is not me saying that. That is just a quote from, again, the CIA saying that they approached certain people and said, no, you will endorse Nikki Haley publicly to everyone you know and on CNN because, again, you have kids. And if you do not, we're saying you endorse Nikki Haley.
Or they're dead.
Just fucking crazy.
To send his children a message.
I don't think there's any...
Oh, I didn't even know that part was in there. To send his children a message. It's so brilliant.
Any sort of crazy, conspiracy between the NFL and Taylor Swift and everything else just showing up for...
I did just talk about the crazy conspiracy between NFL and Taylor Swift, but I never said that that was a reason to support Nikki Haley. We'll throw a real cog in their machine and prove that these things aren't real. How about as opposed to voting for Trump to fight the Nikki Haley or to fight the Taylor Swift conspiracy nuts, we vote for Nikki Haley. Because, if we vote for the cog they didn't want us to pick, they totally won't know what to... Ooh, what do we do? Guys, they just to spite us, they voted for our frickin' puppet. Oh, no. I guess we're going to have to stay firmly up that lady's hoo-ha for 4 years while we make her run the country into every war we want to continue allow the military-industrial complex to defund the American people. That's awesome. Oh, boy. Boy, howdy. We're out of business. This company runs like garbage. Right? Nobody would take this on and want to run it like a company. The first thing that they would do is they would get rid of a shit ton of the employees, especially on the bottom. Because remember, and this is a part that love it, capitalism or hate it, every company every employee from top to bottom would rather fuck over the people below them than lose their job and take a pay cut themselves. Again, there's no company that's like, you know what? I would rather not have my $1 million bonuses every year, and I'd rather that disperse to the employees, and maybe they earn a couple thousand each. That would be nice for them. Oh, no, absolutely not. Well, we need to pay them more money. Where's that money going to come from? Well, can we make more revenue? Nope. Well, we're not cutting my pay, so how about we fire half of them, and the money we get from that, we give to the other half. And the other half can work more, but hey, you're going to make more money. All right, anyways, yeah, again, I have a story about that, too. That's in here somewhere. We have a story somewhere about, oh, crap, or is it in the overtime thing? There was a story somewhere about, oh, fuck, I don't know.
For a Biden coronation.
To end Thomas Hope's awkward conversations after his teenage daughter gets home from the stables.
How do I look at my daughter, who is a huge Taylor Swift fan, and this guy's just attacking Taylor Swift just because she's going to support another candidate?
I don't want to vote for the guy that attacks the singer my daughter likes. I mean, how am I going to look at my daughter, who's a huge Taylor Swift fan, and be like, I'm sorry, honey. I know he says mean things, but it might be that he has a better... So, okay, so ignoring the primary, so when Donald Trump beats Nikki Haley in the primary, what happens when it's Trump versus Biden? Are you going to vote for Biden? The tart is strong in this one. Yeah, and again, it proves my point for this argument that Taylor Swift swung the election. Oh, the votes weren't stolen. Taylor Swift swung the election because of her support. It was all of her fans. Right. Everybody just said, yeah, but, he said mean things about Taylor Swift, so we can't vote for him. The other guy is literally putting away supporters of his political rival. Like, he's literally locking up away political opponents' supporters and attempting to lock up political opponents. Just saying. Really weird.
Candidate, right? And other things like that. And so having those conversations, with them, it does matter, and it does, matter with who you support.
Charleston is rich with Revolutionary and Civil War history. It is more affluent, more educated, less Trumpy than most of the state.
But there is quite a bit of talk about Trump.
It is more educated, more affluent, less Trumpy. It's more educated, more affluent. It's smart white people, not the kind of tarred MAGA heads that vote for Trump. It's really surprising. Johnny, you're underestimating the stupidity of Americans. Oh, absolutely not. I'm not underestimating the stupidity of Americans. I'm saying that's why I think Taylor Swift is being used as a lack of a better term, a propaganda piece to help push a group of people that are like this guy. Like, how am I going to look at my daughter if I vote for the guy that doesn't like Taylor Swift?
Even here.
That's a bad sign, Thomas says, for those like him who want South Carolina to somehow give Haley a win and give the Republican race a new beginning. John King, CNN. Charleston, South Carolina.
All right, I get it. John King is, one of the schlong suckers at CNN. But again, a new beginning. Nikki Haley isn't a new beginning. Nikki Haley is more of the military-industrial complex corporate stooge. That's not a new beginning. It's getting really difficult to just ignore the subtle pointed digs, is considered more educated, more affluent, less Trumpy. Yeah, and they like supporting Trump over, again, the CIA puppet. So maybe, again, you could just, I don't know, report reality a little bit. They went out of their way to make Trump supporters look crazy and say that the reasonable people who support Trump only do it for this reason or that reason. And then look at this reasonable guy who supported Trump, but thank God, years later now he's like, yeah, but how will I explain that to my daughter? Be like, look, honey, I had to. How will I explain that to my daughter 4 years from now when she's looking at the wasteland of America going, why is our economy in the shitter, and we've been completely sold out to China, and the southern border is so open that anybody can come in through the southern border and all this other stuff. Why is life so bad? And I was like, well, if I had voted for the president who might not have endorsed all of those policies, how would I look you in the face? I mean, that guy didn't like Taylor Swift. Again, we had a reality czar in 2014. He ended up U.S. Treasurer later on. I don't know what we're talking about there now. This one. This was the one I wanted to talk about. So this was the one I wanted to talk about. And we'll talk about it tomorrow. I'll tease it. Apparently, Amazon files show that the White House pressured the tech giant to censor books contradicting the administration's policies. You know what? Fuck it. We got 7 minutes. Let's hit this one. LOL, memory holes in reality. The government is always playing games, right? Well, you know how the lefties say that they're banning books. They're trying when people are like, I don't want these books about sexuality in in kindergartens and middle schools and things like that. We don't want books about sexual identity and sexual nature and sexual acts available to children. Oh, they're banning books. They're burning books like Nazis. Right. Well, the internal documents subpoenaed by at Judiciary GOP and at Weaponization indicate that Amazon bowed down to the Biden White House pressure to censor books. So we've seen the Twitter files and Facebook files. Now we have the Amazon files, which show us that the White House, again, oh boy. Oh, and as always, we got a whole bunch of redacted stuff. Subject to at Amazon.com. Hi, all. Here are the notes for our brief discussion with the White House today. Thank you. 1. Book curation and guidelines. Top talking points to be made affirmatively. Is the administration asking us to remove books, or are they more concerned about search results / order, or both? That doesn't look good. Again, I love how Donald Trump is the administration that's going to take away our freedoms. He's not going to let go of power. He's going to get rid of, ban, lock up, and censor anyone who doesn't agree with him. Meanwhile, we keep getting evidence that the current administration, if nothing else, is doing the exact same thing. And the same people, they're like, Donald Trump is a horrible dictator. Joe Biden is just the best chance and the best option we have. How is it he's not a horrible dictator for actually doing the things Donald Trump hasn't done the things you're worried about. In his last term, he didn't do them. He's going to do them now. Right. So the same people pushing Amazon also pushed Okay, so the White House would search for certain terms like vaccine and then sent emails to Amazon to let them know they didn't like the search results and pressured Amazon to change them. If you search for vaccines under books, I see what comes up. I haven't looked beyond that, but if that's what's on the surface, it's concerning. Happy to get briefed on what to understand the data when we do. I'm roping in Robert as well. Who's Robert? Who is Robert? Thanks for your response. 5 minutes ago, I searched vaccine on Amazon, and the attached book was one of the first in the stack. When I clicked on the product image, I don't see any CDC warning. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. So, again, the administration that we know from evidence already pushed big tech to censor and push a narrative about the vaccine and squash anyone who said anything contrary, despite the fact that years later now, it's like, oh, those people who were contrary were exactly effing right. Again, I'm tired of being told that Donald Trump is going to be this horrible dictator. As far as I can tell, we're kind of living under one right now. They're kind of censoring us through our media sites, through our social media sites. How is this not a dictator? I want to make a joke. This is supposed to be funny. Oh, now I feel like Kathy Griffin. Okay, so that's a fun story. We're going to talk about, or are we? No, we're not going to talk about it. It's going to be, the show is going to be over. Let's be honest. We've got a lot to talk about for tomorrow, I guess, because we have a couple of stories we didn't finish today, and we'll stretch those out tomorrow, including the New York Times opinion piece that got them in trouble. We have a finance employee who got bamboozled, and we'll talk about that, and a New York court denying a dad parental rights because he's trying to stop his son, who's 8, from taking puberty blockers to change his gender. And I would do that story, but again, those two are kind of coupled together. So we'll get to those. Anyhow, and then the nerds in Tesla driving stupid Apple reality goggles. Anyhow, Sandy is right. What did Sandy say? How about you don't tell your daughter who you vote for? Right? But Sandy, he didn't say, how do I tell my daughter? He said, how do I look my daughter in the face? Again, it's the idea that he supported a guy that his daughter won't like because she's mean to an artist that I think is super cool. Who gives a shit? Again, if Taylor Swift was like, I don't want anything to do with politics, any of that kind of stuff, I'd be like, all right, cool. All right, then Taylor Swift's just Taylor Swift, and then everything else is cool. But it's the fact that, again, this weird, like, middle-of-the-road performer has been propelled to levels of superstardom, and it's like, for what? This is like if, God, what's her name? This is like if this is the way I'd word it. This is like if Amy Schumer were suddenly, just all of a sudden doing sold out, like, Madison Square Garden shows and stuff, and people are just there laughing and laughing. They call themselves the Schumers or the AS. We're the ass pack or whatever their fucking stupid name would be. Again, that's what it would be. That's what it'd be. Taylor Swift, it would be like that. That's what Taylor Swift is to me. She's not worth controversy for the most part, but why is she so famous? Anyways, I'm going off about it and it's stupid, being dumb. I apologize. I'm being lame and gay, and I'm sorry. All right, so we, again, are going to be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you for hanging out with us. We've had an amazing time. We've been Johnny. You've been an audience, and we're really glad at all the numbers and the support we've had lately. So thank you so very much. Till tomorrow.
Game over. What the fuck? Fuck! Who the fuck is fucking? How did you do fucking fuck? Fuck! Game over, man. Game over.
Fuck off.